What's up, y'all? What's up? Oh shit. Oh shit. Wait. It's too loud. What? Set that up yet? Whenever we set that up, if we set it up, like whenever I have it like someone who's like a fucking like, you know, known person, I'll be sure to like tweet it out so y'all know. But no, we haven't set it up yet. We haven't set it up yet at all. Bro, I don't want to talk about that tweet at all, bro. I really don't. I said everything that I had to say. Just leave it there. That's it. I ain't doing. You said what? Yeah, Always Try Hard wants to debate me on anime only endings. And I don't know. No, I don't remember you, Monder. Do you want to debate? I went all out on Twitter. I don't really think so, man. Me as a person, like I've always been way more logical than emotional. Well, not always, but I've become that way as I got older. But I always assume that everyone else is like that when I know they're not. And that's probably my biggest problem. I'll never delete it. I stand on what I said. Debate against any defenders. Well, it is what it is. You know, whoever want to debate me, you know I'm down for whatever. I had someone who wanted to debate me, but probably gonna get banned. I mean, people have said so much worse shit than that on Twitter. It's nutty. It's nutty, man. I don't know. I don't know. But if no one comes through, then I'll react to. I'm reacting to this video. What's it called? By the dude. Oh my god, dude, my memory is so bad. Dude made the faces of Eren Yeager or some shit like that. I'm gonna react to that because a lot of people wanted me to react to this one, the false mask of Eren Yeager. A lot of people want me to react to this, so I'm probably just gonna do that. I'm gonna do that anyway. But if no one wants to debate, did I see 0K's Warhammer video? Yes, I saw it. Can you? I already cleared it up on my Twitter. I already said I'm not gonna discuss it anymore. What's up with y'all? What's up? What's poppin', man? I hope y'all having a good week. How excited for the weekend. I'm down to debate them. I'm down to debate anybody. I'm down to debate anybody. They just gotta come through. Oh. Okay. I got him. He's here. I got a debatee. I got a debatee, boys. We got one. Boys. Always Try Hard has not. I'm trying to hit him. We're trying to get that connection made. You know, it's not something that we gotta work out our schedules and stuff. But once we get it set up, I will definitely let y'all know. I'll definitely tweet it out. No Racer ALT. Well, Racer ALT don't want to debate anytime soon anyway, so. I should fist fight one of these fools. Bruh. You already know this is not that. Yeah, he said something about history. I'm not debating anything related. I'm not discussing or debating anything related to real life ever again. I learned my lesson. Trust me, it's not gonna happen. All right. There's a debate. I'm about to debate right now. Hold up.
Hi.
Hello?
Hello?
Yo, what's up, man? How you doing?
I'm doing fine.
That's
I
good, dude.
didn't
What
I
was
didn't
that?
expect to. Uh, I thought there were more people discussing, but I'm fine with debating today.
Okay, so introduce yourself to the people.
Sure. Well, I'm Markster. Technically, you would call me an ending defender, I suppose. And
Oh, you're right.
yeah, and we
Whoops.
talked earlier on, or rather yesterday on Twitter.
Yeah.
But we didn't really get anywhere.
Right. I'm gonna go to our tweets right now. What we said to each other. Let me see if I can find it. Okay. So you're an ended defender, like you said. Okay. All right. So let
Yeah.
me see if I can find what we said yesterday.
Technically, I think we talked. I remember.
Cause you gotta, I argue with like a million people in the world every day, so you know it's hard for me to like keep up with. Okay, so here it is. So
Yeah, I imagine.
okay, so it looks like you were. Let me see here. Okay,
Well, there were a couple of ideas.
there were a couple of different things, right?
Yeah, I wanted to discuss.
He's low.
Because,
Okay. Sorry, 1 second. Okay, it should be better now. Go ahead.
oh, I can hear fine.
No, I'm saying the stream could barely hear you. Can you guys hear him now? I always forget to turn it up. Okay. So what was let's just start fresh for the people in the in the in the Discord. What is your defense of the ending? Like, so you think that the ending is a well written, like it's well written, it makes sense.
Yeah. Right. To me, when I first read it, everything kind of clicked, and I was just expecting what happened. There were, how do I say this? Well, rather than being surprised, I was checking things of a box,
Checking things off a
of a list.
box.
Yeah, of a how do you call that? A list. Checking
A
things
list.
off a list. Yeah.
What? So what?
So
Well, what made you think that the ending was good? Like, did you always think it was good, or did you like originally think it was bad and then you changed your mind, or did you always think it was like well written from the moment you saw it?
Oh, I liked it from the beginning.
Oh, you liked it from the beginning.
Yeah.
Okay, what about it do you like? Like, what about it do you think is like well written? Because we're not talking about like subjectivity here. We're talking about like actually like when it comes to like storytelling. What about this ending was like what would you say? Like if someone asked you to like explain it in a summary why you think that the story was well written, what would you say?
I consider it rather than an ending, an epilogue. So everything closes up and reaches its natural conclusion. I thought, well, Aaron's character made sense to me. His motivations, his decisions.
So Aaron's decisions made sense to you.
according to his character, I do not
According to
agree
his
with him.
character. No, no, right,
Yeah,
right. No, I'm not saying you agree with it personally. I'm saying according to his character and how he was written, the decision that he came to made sense. Is what you're saying.
yeah,
Why?
I would say so. Well, I should say that I had drafted the manga right around chapter 106 or 108 at the Tatacaw scene in front of the mirror.
That's when you started reading it. Is what you're saying?
No, I dropped it
Oh, you dropped
right
it. Okay.
around the time. Yeah,
Okay.
because I think I was influenced by the discussion, and some people were thinking that the manga was just trying to be edgy for the sake of being edgy, and I wasn't really thinking about much about the story, so I just agreed and dropped it there. I took it back up a couple of years later when I heard some positive reception from people in my community, and I decided to have a fresh mind on it and started
So,
reading from
so
the
around 108, you
beginning.
thought it was edgy. You thought it was too edgy, and then people were telling you that like, oh no, it's not edgy, and so you picked it back up a few years later
When they told me, so yeah.
when they told you. Okay, but what? Okay, so you thought it was edgy at that time, and you picked it back up, and you realized, okay, it's not edgy. It's actually more than just edginess. It's actually like well written story. But what I'm asking you is, what about the ending? Like, say for example, Aaron's motivations, why he did what he did. What about it makes sense? What about it makes sense for his character? Like, why do you think that he, being at this point, was written to be that way? Like, what? Where do you get? Where do you get the like? What's your explanation for it?
Yeah, basically, when I dropped the manga, it was because Aaron's character pissed me off. I thought
What
that
made
he
it?
was
What made it
being
piss you
edgy.
off?
Well, the fact that he was just trying to distance him, to have a distance from everyone else, from Hanji, and the scene in front of the mirror.
So it pissed you off that he was trying to be
Kinda,
distant from his friends.
kinda at the
That was
time.
enough to
But
make you drop the whole manga. You didn't even want to see like why he was being distant.
well, I was ready to pick it back up if needed, of course.
Okay, so you pick it back up. Now, what was it that made you think like, man, this is great? Like Aaron wanting to destroy only 80% of the world and not the whole thing is perfectly consistent. Like where did you get that?
When I started rereading,
Mm-hmm.
I thought that the change Aaron took was um, too sudden and done just to make the story more violent.
So
But I kind of,
you thought Aaron was behaving the way he was to make the story more violent.
yeah, more,
The story was
I would
violent
say
from
more,
chapter one. It's
I would
always
say
been
this.
violent.
No, rather more, yeah, more edgy and I don't know. Why don't people think talking about it like that at the beginning when those chapters were coming out? I thought it was in line with the opinion,
Wait,
but
I'm sorry. What are you saying, bro?
I thought that was a common opinion at the time that
A common opinion that it was
Aaron's
edgy.
change,
That Aaron's
no,
change
that
was
Aaron's change,
too abrupt.
yeah,
Well, it was kind of supposed to be abrupt, but it was definitely foreshadowed. It was intentionally abrupt because there was a 4 year time skip. So, people can change within 4 years. So whenever there's a time skip, and usually any show you watch, if there's a time skip, characters are going to change in that time skip. Not all of them maybe, but some of them will change, and then the story will go back and show why they or how they changed during the time skip. So that's like That's like one thing. And then the second thing is it was foreshadowed that Aaron would change, because the last time you saw Aaron before the time skip was what he said in the ocean, which was a
Yeah,
very
sure.
strong indicator that he was going to change. When he tried to kill, when he ignored killing the Titan, that was a very strong indicator that he was going to change. So I don't see how people thought that that change was abrupt. I thought it was the only logical path for Aaron to go based on the story. If you're thinking from a logical standpoint and his
Yeah,
position as a person, he really could not have gone anywhere else. Otherwise, he would have just been like a fucking, either would have been a fucking idiot or a fucking monster. That's like the only two options for him to either remain naive or him to just cut his heart off completely. But Isayama chose a middle ground where he understood both sides but
yeah,
still moved forward, which is, like, in my opinion, perfect. Like, I just don't know where else he could have went with it. But okay, that you decided to
yeah.
pick it back
No,
up. You realized that it wasn't like that. You picked it back up, but still, you're still not explaining what
no.
made.
Yeah, yeah.
Go
Okay.
ahead.
I was trying to say why I think his character is consistent, not just with what we see before 149, but also 139.
Wait, sorry, what was that?
I was trying to explain why I think his character is consistent with 139.
It is consistent or is not?
It is, in
It
my
is
opinion.
consistent. It is consistent. Okay, why is it consistent?
Well, from the beginning, we see, I think, two sides of Eren. One
Yeah.
side is the more impulsive one, the one that he shows well, from the very first chapter when he's arguing. Some kids are bullying Armin, for example, and he's the first one to intervene. And he's also the one who wants to fight for freedom from the very beginning. He calls the soldiers. He criticizes the soldiers for being a castle,
Right.
etc. And we see these many times, I believe, throughout the story.
Okay.
Well, his promise to kill all the Titans happens
Uh-huh.
in chapter 2,
Right.
and well, his attitude towards Jean or Jean in
What attitude?
during the training.
That he didn't want to be a soldier, or that he didn't want to be on the front lines. He had attitude towards
Yeah,
him.
yeah, exactly.
Okay. Okay. So
And
how is any of that comparing? How is any of that, like, tying up to the ending? Because in the ending, none of what you're saying is what he did.
uh, well, yeah, he kind of kills 80% of the population. That's what I mean.
Oh, so you're saying the reason why he killed 80% of the population is because he enjoyed violence? Because that, like, he's a violent person?
No, but he's the kind of person that if someone tries to steal the freedom from him, would rather steal it back from the others.
Yes, he is that type of person.
He,
But he didn't actually steal the freedom away, because he left 20% of them alive. So
but
he only
he
took
stole the
freedom for 80%, not 20. I mean,
Well,
not
that's
100.
quite a big number, I would say.
That is quite a big number, and I would be perfectly fine if he had have got to 80% and then was stopped, but still wanted to do everything. But the fact that he intentionally wanted to stop at 20 is not consistent. I mean, at 20% remaining is not consistent. It was his intention to be stopped.
I don't think that he stops at 80% just because he was fine with the 80%.
Yeah, he
I
stops
think
because he wanted his friends to be seen as heroes, which is stupid. Because there's no reason for them to be seen as heroes if he kills them all. There's no reason. They won't need to be seen as heroes.
yeah, but it's also because he he thinks that he cannot steal freedom away from them.
Well, he didn't have to steal the freedom away from them. They couldn't stop the rumbling no matter what they did. The only reason they stopped it is because he gave them all type of ways to stop it. He handicapped himself so they would stop it.
Yeah, what I mean is that he gives them a fighting chance.
Yeah, he literally handicaps them. He literally handicaps himself. Like, if you want to go with that BS, which I will let it slide, don't want to take their freedom away so they can come stop me, I'll let that slide, but only to an extent. The reason why I let that slide is because it's more entertaining. It would be boring as fuck if Eren would just take away their Titan powers and they couldn't do anything and they just sat there and the world ended. Like, I mean, it wouldn't be boring as fuck, but it wouldn't be as entertaining as if they actually fought. So that I'll let it slide. Like, it's stupid that he didn't take their freedom. He didn't take their Titan away. They still have freedom. They just don't have a Titan. They can still try to get to you. They just can't. Freedom don't mean that you can do whatever you fucking want. But okay, let them keep the Titans. Fine. But you can't say that he planned on losing when he's literally the founding Titan. He has the power of every Titan ever to ever exist ever in the history of time. He can transfer his consciousness. He has all these ways to beat them. He has the worm, he has Ymir, he has every Titan ever. He even had Armin subdued. He could have literally killed Armin if he wanted to, but he didn't. He let them live because he wanted them to win.
About that one.
What do you mean you're not sure about he couldn't have killed Armin?
No, I was trying to say that I'm not sure if the Okapi Titan was under Eren's control or rather Ymir's.
You're not control if the founding Titan was under Eren's control?
The Okapi Titan, the peak Titan.
Oh, the Ymir Titan was not under Eren's control.
But that's not relevant.
Then why would she absorb Armin? Why would she absorb Armin? She has no need to do that. Armin's not involved in the test. Why didn't she absorb Mikasa, her true test subject?
I actually didn't consider that.
Yeah, so it's either stupid as fuck or we're just gonna go with Eren was in control of the Okapi Titan. We have to believe that because anything else makes absolutely no sense.
I don't think it matters because
it does matter because if it wasn't him, then it's stupid.
You're right in saying that. I think you're right in saying that if he really wanted to, Eren could have killed him.
Yes,
the Okapi Titan doesn't matter too much.
He could have killed all of them with relative ease, but he was not trying to kill them at all. He didn't even attempt. He was just putting on a show for the readers so we could be entertained. That's all that was.
No, I wouldn't say that. I think there is a reason. Let's think about the main three options.
Mm-hmm.
One is to complete the rambling and kill 100% of humanity.
That's one option.
Right?
Yes.
The other one is to activate the partial rambling. And destroy the military.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it.
Mm-hmm.
And the third one is the one Eren chooses. And I was trying to...
The third one is Zeke's plan, euthanizing.
Well, yeah, okay, that's also Zeke's plan, but that isn't quite on the table, I would say. The one Eren chooses is a kind of a middle ground.
The one Eren chooses is a middle ground? Yes, that's the problem. That's the problem. You can't middle ground, because you have to understand that every life that Eren took needs to have died for a reason. When you commit something so atrocious, you can't half-ass it. You have to go all the way, because now those people die for no reason. It's already fucked up that you killed them. The least you could do is say you killed them for a goddamn reason. Imagine if you died, right? If you were one of the people that Eren rumbled, and you were in the afterlife watching this all take place afterwards, and Eren explains his plan, and he says, look, y'all was gonna kill us, I had to save my people, so I killed everybody, and I'm sorry. You could at least say, alright, I mean, I still don't like you, but I get it, bro. Like, I get why you did it. But if he says, look, I wanted to kill most of y'all, but not all of y'all, because I gotta keep some of y'all alive so my friends can prove to the guys that are alive that we're cool, then maybe we'll be friends, maybe not, I don't know, hopefully. And you're like, well, shit, dude. You killed me, my whole family, my whole nation, and you
Okay.
can't even
Well,
guarantee your freedom. You can't even guarantee. Like you had the choice to guarantee, and you did it. It makes no sense. It makes zero sense. He already did it. Like
I
the,
get
the
what
way the way the story is written is if Aaron only killed like 10% of the world, and then they stopped him. He killed mostly everyone. He already basically did destroy the world. You might as well finish it. You might as well guarantee. So now everyone who died for a reason. Now there's literally no reason.
okay, the way I think about it is that Aaron, the only priority Aaron has is his friends, and he doesn't want any single one of them to die, which is why he goes with the rambling.
Except for Sasha and Hanji.
Well, we know he fails there. It's
Huh?
something I think that the way
You know,
we
if he had
understand this,
gone with Aaron, if he had gone with Zeke's plan or sorry, Armin's plan, Sasha would have never died. Hanji would have never died. So clearly, that's not the most important thing to him. He's already proven that that's not the most important thing to him.
I'm not sure we know that. I'm not sure we know that.
What do you mean? We're not sure you know that. He wouldn't have had to go. He would have worked with them. They
Well,
wouldn't have had to go save him, and Gabby would have never got on the airship. They would have never invaded Marley. So
I'm trying to
Sasha
look
would be
at
alive.
I'm trying to look at the images he sees during the we see the shards of the future memories, and I'm trying to see if he's seeing Sasha, because
If he saw Sasha, no, he said he included Sasha and his friends. You can't just ignore Sasha. And Sasha, it counts as friends, and so does Hanji, and so does Historia, and so does Flock. They all count as friends. He showed them.
yeah,
You see, I'm gonna drew them all in the panel when he said friends. They count. What's up,
yeah,
Zany?
okay.
So friends ain't
Uh,
it. Friends are not his priority. He's proven that. He even said at the end of 139 that he didn't even know if they'd live. He didn't know if they survived. He put all of them in danger multiple times. He put Mikasa, Armin, all of them in danger when he invaded Marley. He put them all in danger. They could have all died for all he knew right then and there. Or one of them or two of them could have died. He didn't know. He didn't know Sasha would die, obviously. So, once again, Aaron has proven that his friends are not his top priority. So, it ain't his friends. We can pretty
I
much
don't think he
guarantee
knows.
that.
I'm not sure he knows that his plan. He knew Sasha would die,
Yeah, he didn't
and
know. He
then
didn't know Sasha would die. He didn't.
okay, I can tell you the way I interpreted it the first time.
Okay.
I I thought he knew Sasha would die, but he foresaw a different death. And the reason why he laughs the moment he understands Sasha dies is because is the same reason why he laughed when Hannes died in season 2.
No, it's completely different. So the reason why he died, because Hannes died, he said why he laughed is because he was still a weak child even after everything he had been through, and he was unable to make a change, and he'll always be that way. That's why he laughed when Hannes died. When Sasha died, he laughed because no matter what he does, well, no matter what he does when it comes to trying to change the past or change the future, this is something that's gonna have to happen. My friends are gonna have to die. If I continue down this path, I can't save them. I can't guarantee their safety. That's why. Even though I'm sacrificing my humanity, I'm still losing my friends. That's why he laughed like that.
Okay.
Well,
Okay, I think I have a different understanding of this whole thing. Uh,
Okay. Well, we could leave the interpretations out. Let's just go with the facts, right? So the real facts, once again, how is it consistent with Aaron's character? Aaron told us his thought process before 139. He told us point blank period what his thought process was. He was doing it to
Then are you
protect his
talking about?
island. He was doing it to protect his
Okay.
island. He knows that the outside world has much more people than them and will kill them all if he does not kill them. He doesn't want to do it. He knows it's fucked up, but he has to. And that's the only way to guarantee his safety. The 50-year plan might work, might not.
The,
The euthanization
I thought
plan
that
was basically just the lay down and die plan, turn the other cheek plan. He don't fuck with that plan. So he laid it out to us what his philosophy was in 131. He laid it all out. Why he made every decision that he made and why he does it. He laid it all out. So
okay.
when he gives us his literal explanation as a character in his inner monologues, at that he wasn't even saying it to anyone but himself. So we can't say he was lying. So he gave us all this information, and then in 139 he goes and says, never mind.
He doesn't say never mind.
He does say never mind because he said that he knew that the world would never stop and they would all die. And then after that he said, well, now that I've killed 80% of the world, they'll probably stop.
They definitely are gonna stop.
Huh?
I know that for a fact.
You said what?
I think they're definitely going to stop.
For a little while until Parody got bombed.
Okay. We can talk about this. So we see in, I don't remember it, I think it was chapter 131. I have the image right here. There's Elena and Aaron speaking. And they're talking about bombing the military. Okay?
Uh-huh.
Okay, I'm trying to find the panel.
Take your time, man. No, take your time. It's no problem.
Okay, from what we understand, from what Isayama is telling us, I think we can assume that destroying the military was already enough to stop any kind of retaliation from
For a little while, yes.
the outside world.
For a little while. Not forever, no.
Well,
for a little while. For an undescribed amount of time. It's not a guarantee.
well, okay. We know that I can't find the panel. Elena is telling him that destroying the warships is enough to make an economy collapse, right?
Yeah, but you can't really say that because they did that, and then and 139 itself, they literally were good to go, and they had ships.
Well, that was at the end. Okay, I don't think this should be up to debate, but I really think that what we see in chapter 139, the added pages.
I'm not talking about the extra pages. I'm not talking about the extra pages. I'm talking about in the original 139.
Okay.
We see on Yakapone with Levi and the alliance. Well, the ambassadors of peace on a boat.
Okay.
So if they were able to build one boat in 3 years, I'm sure they could build a few more in about 10 or 20. Give them 20 years, whatever. 20 years is not that long, my boy.
Yes. Well, okay. I think there are multiple reasons why Paradis shouldn't fear retaliation from outside.
Okay.
That's not the only one.
But why? It makes no sense. Think about it. Okay, think about this. Right? Think about this. The whole entire world was willing to declare war and destroy and kill every single Elden on parody for what they might do. They ain't even done shit. They didn't, at that point, they ain't did nothing to them. Not a singular fucking thing. They said, we gonna kill them all because they might do something crazy, because they just might do it. Now they actually did it, and you telling me they don't want to kill him no more? Come on, bro. Come on, bro. That makes no sense. It's like if you tell someone, if you punch me, I'm gonna fuck you up, and then they actually punch you, and you try to be their friend afterwards. It doesn't make sense, man.
I'm trying to think about all the reasons, because I think there are multiple ones why there shouldn't be retaliation.
Okay.
Well, for one, we know that.
But we're just talking theories here. It really doesn't matter, bro, if there's retaliation or not, because at the end of the day, it's up to Eren to decide. This was his gift. This was his power. It was his choice. And for his friends to try to like take that choice away from him, I already fundamentally disagree with that from the beginning. Because this is something else that I'm gonna touch on later. Something I've been thinking about for a while. But at the end of the day, this was Eren's fucking choice. It was his Titan. He's the one who found out about the founder. He's the one who hooked up with Zeke. He's the one who made all these sacrifices. It's his choice, not theirs. They don't get to decide what he gets to do with his power. They don't get to decide. He's in control. He's in charge. And they don't get to decide what he does. Like, if he wants to destroy the world, okay, I disagree with it. But at the end of the day, that's his choice. He's the one who did all this. If it wasn't for him, we would be dead a long time ago when he plugged the damn wall. We would have been dead years ago. So who am I to tell him what to do when I would already been dead anyway? That makes no sense. That's the first thing. Second thing is, the military was openly admitting to eating Eren. Mikasa and Armin knew they were planning on doing that. They were planning on eating him after all the years he had devoted to supporting their cause, because they had a disagreement and because of what he did to Marley. They were planning on betraying him, feeding him to somebody else. And Mikasa and Armin were still loyal to the military, but not to Eren.
Well, what chapter are you talking about right now?
I'm talking about the whole story. What you mean, chapter?
They
wanted to feed Eren to someone else. They wanted to feed Eren to someone else.
They were considering the option, but Armin and Mikasa were helping Eren during right before the rumbling was activated.
That's fake as hell, bro.
What do you mean?
That's fake as hell. They was going through all type of shit to help Gabby. They was patting her on the forehead, hugging and kissing her, getting her some damn cookies.
I'm talking about right after.
But because Eren attacked Marley, they don't want to help their homeboy out. They it's just crazy, man. At the end of the day, it was Eren's choice. It was his decision on what at the end of the day, it was his choice. And if they fucking want to take his choice away from him by killing him,
that's not what he allowed them to do.
Yeah, it's what he allowed them to do. But I wish he would have just killed him. I really do. I would have been completely on board. But that's neither here nor there. I still want you to tell me how Eren killing only 80% of the world is consistent with his character, when his character has known from the beginning of the story that a common threat would never bring peace. Human beings will never stop fighting. The cycle will never end, and he's always wanted a guaranteed option for safety, for parity, and the option he picked by his own admission was not guaranteed. Tell me why that was consistent.
I think that it balances both the natures of Eren. The one that is impulsive and is bound to fight back against.
So he's saying it was because he was impulsive?
Well, he's always been impulsive.
He's always, well, not
It's
really.
part of.
Not really, actually. No, he hasn't always been impulsive at all. He was impulsive, but he wasn't always impulsive. Because you remember when
Why?
remember when he met with Reiner, around the time when you stopped reading it for the first time, and he told him, and Reiner was like, "Remember how you told me, like, when you saw me, you were gonna fucking
Sure,
like
but
destroy me?"
okay.
And then he said,
In
"Yeah, forget I said that.
well,
That doesn't
in that
sound like
situation.
something that an impulsive
No,
person would
okay, I
say."
get it, but well, in that situation, he's completely in control. It doesn't matter what Reiner tells him.
It does matter, because if he was impulsive, he would want to kill Reiner the moment he saw him, based on the fact that he killed his mother. That's
Well, he
impulsive.
has a much bigger plan at the moment.
Yes, because he's not impulsive. He's able to keep his eyes on the prize because he's not impulsive anymore. Impulsive people don't do that. Impulsive people act regardless because they're impulsive, bro.
I don't think I'm getting through with what I mean.
Okay, go
The
ahead.
thing is,
Try to say it a different way.
I'm not saying that he's 100% impulsive.
Just that he is.
That in every situation
Okay,
possible.
just that he is sometimes.
he-
Can you name one instance where Aaron was impulsive after the time skip? Maybe when he yelled at Hanji in the
I would
cell.
say that
When he yelled at Hanji in the cell, that's about it.
Well, I would say that isn't impulsive the right word? I think that his attitude, the reason why he activates the rambling is because he has always been an impulsive person.
So
He
let's
was methodical.
let me make sure
He
that
was
we
methodical about it.
hold on.
and
Let me
patient.
make sure because you keep saying you don't think impulsive is the right word. So let me just make sure that that's the word you're trying to use. So impulsive means to
Trying to
act
describe it.
to act without thinking, on emotion, on the feeling of the moment, usually anger. That's what impulsive means. So is that what you're trying to say?
Yes, and no.
Okay.
Because
Well, yes and no.
I think that the reason why he is the person that steals freedom away from the one who tried to steal from him is because he has always been impulsive. He is the kid who would kill Mikasa's aggressors. He is the kid. It was.
But I just
I
told
was
you.
trying to
But
say
okay,
earlier.
so you agree that impulsive is the word. So if you agree that he's always been impulsive, then name me one singular time after the time skip where Aaron was impulsive, other than when he yelled at Hanji in the cell. That's like the only time he was impulsive in the whole entire series after 139. I mean, after the time skip until 139. So can you tell me one time he was impulsive? Just one.
I think that there. Okay, impulsive may not be the right word.
Okay,
but
so
I think
are you
it's,
saying
the
violent?
same attitude. Maybe vengeful is the right word. I'm not
Vengeful.
sure.
Vengeful.
I
Okay.
think it's a kind of juvenile attitude that he never got
So
a
you're
chance
saying
to
vengeful.
away
If someone does something bad to him, or bad in his eyes, he's gonna do something bad back. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
what Aaron has
Okay.
always been.
So name one time where Aaron acted vengefully post time skip.
He activated the rambling.
The rumbling was not out of revenge. It was not out of revenge. Revenge had nothing to do with the rumble.
Sure. Okay. I think we are focusing too much on semantics. It's not impulsive. It's not aggressive. It's not vengeful. But it's the very same attitude.
Okay, so it's not. But I'm telling you that it's not the same attitude. We're gonna let's just sum it up to the attitude he had. Let's just sum it up to the attitude that he had when he saved Mikasa. Okay, the attitude that he had when he saved Mikasa. These people are disgusting filth. They deserve to die. That's the attitude that he had. No black and white. No gray area. They're bad. I'm good. I'm killing them. That was his logic, and nobody could tell him otherwise. That was pre-time skip.
Yeah,
Aaron.
he kind of goes sicko mode.
He does not do that post-time skip. He does not behave that way.
I think that he's I think that this is one of the most important things about the story, is that this is the mentality that Eren is trapped in. And while he's a lot more methodical about this, and he's a lot more patient, and he takes his time to plan, it's the same. It's the same mentality he's trapped in. And
it's not the same mentality, bro. It's not the same mentality. I'm telling you that it's not.
I really think it is.
How is it the same? How is it the same? Eren literally said it in 131 out of his own mouth. These people don't deserve it.
Let's get back to chapter 120, 121, I think.
If they deserved it, if he knew they didn't deserve it, he wouldn't do it. Pre-time skip Eren wouldn't do it because he knows they don't deserve it. Or at least he doesn't think that they deserve it. Pre-time skip Eren only killed people he thought deserved it.
Sure. Can we point to chapter 121?
What about it?
Okay, it starts in the flashback.
You talking about when he explains to Zeke why if anyone tries to take away his freedom, he won't hesitate to take away theirs?
Yeah.
And I've always been that way?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's the parallel I'm trying to draw.
Okay. So you're saying that because of that excerpt, which is true, because of that excerpt, that's why he killed 80% of the world and not 100.
That's why he killed. I think that's the reason why he decided to activate the rumbling.
But he didn't activate the full rumbling. The full rumbling. He didn't complete the rumbling. He only did 80%, which is my question. I believe you that that's why he activated it. But my question is, why didn't he finish it?
Okay.
Why didn't he finish it?
Yeah. Okay. I was starting my point by saying that there are two natures to Eren. One, which is this one. I don't know what adjective is best. Maybe aggressive at this point.
Okay, but what I'm saying is, you're still not explaining.
And
bro.
the other one, the other one is one that is more affectionate towards his friends.
But those aren't his friends. 20% of the world is not his friends, though.
No, his friends. It's decided that that leaves the decision to his friends.
Why he care about their decision now? He didn't care about it before. He just made it harder for them.
True.
So he don't care about how they feel because he did the rumbling, even though they visibly told him that they didn't want him to do it, and he knew they didn't want him to do it. He did it anyway. So he didn't give a damn about how they felt. So how he gonna make it? If anything, he trolled them. If anything, he rickrolled them.
No, I think he found a compromise, and
that was not a compromise. That was not a compromise. That was Isayama's compromise. That was Isayama's compromise, not Eren's. No, that was no compromisation there. The only thing he did was make it. He guaranteed the fate of Parody to get killed. That's all Eren did.
I think that he's leaving.
If he wanted to leave it to Armin, then why didn't he do the 50-year plan? That's leaving it to Armin. Why didn't he do that?
He's leaving a part of the freedom to himself, the biggest part, and a little to his friends. But because there weren't things.
So you telling me he left the 20% of people alive so Armin could have something to do?
No, he let them decide whether.
He didn't let them decide. They told him what they wanted. He didn't let them decide. He took away their option to decide twice when they went to Marley, and after that, he forced them to kill people they didn't want to kill. Twice.
Yes, I think there were things that Eren wasn't willing to compromise on. In particular, Historia.
Yes, he wasn't willing to compromise on Historia, which is why he did the rumbling.
If he had decided to leave Armin and the crew the choice before activating the rumbling, Historia would have died.
No, she wouldn't have died right away. She would have just became a Titan and died over
Sure.
time.
That would have started a cycle of
And I
violence.
understand, and we understand why he wouldn't go through that. Got you.
I think that
I'm not asking why he didn't do the 50-year plan, because I understand why he didn't do it. I understand why he didn't want to do the euthanasia plan either.
what
I
I'm
understand
saying
that too.
that,
What I don't understand is why he didn't finish the
no,
rumbling. I don't get that.
What I'm saying is that Eren decides to take away the chance from Armin and the Paradis to go with the 50-year plan.
What do you mean? He did take that away from them. He took that away from them.
But he leaves them a choice. He takes away from them a certain amount of freedom and then leaves the rest. That's what I'm trying to say.
But do you not understand that he put them in a much, 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 much worse situation than they were already in, and he also killed billions of people?
Yeah.
And they also did it against their will.
I'm well aware.
And he also put them in danger where they could have died as well, just to do that.
I'm well aware of that.
And then he was wrong anyway, and Parody was destroyed.
Well, okay. This is separate, but I really don't think that.
What?
What's it called? The bombs that we see, the planes. I think that I really think that they have nothing to do with the hatred Marley had towards Parody.
Does it matter?
Well,
does it matter?
Eren can't protect. Yeah, Eren can protect Parody indefinitely.
Why?
Well, eventually, humans die, civilizations, and the planet is going to die sooner or later. Eren has only so much decisional power.
So the only way your argument makes sense is if Parody bombed itself, which it didn't. So therefore, it makes absolutely no sense, because if all those people were dead, they wouldn't be able to bomb them.
Sure, but Eren has no say in future wars.
Huh?
We have no reason to believe that it's something related to the war that has already happened.
It doesn't matter what it's related to. The fact of the matter is, if Eren had killed them all, they wouldn't bomb them because they'd be dead.
I really can't agree with this point on you.
How can you not agree with this? If they didn't exist, how could they bomb them? They can't bomb them if they're dead. You're saying the reason why they bombed them is not due to the fact that the rumbling happened, which we don't know. I'll give you that. But at the end of the day,
why should Eren try to influence actions that are 80 years in the future?
He should guarantee the safety of his people if he's going to sacrifice billions of lives for it. He should guarantee it, not leave it to chance like he said he didn't want to. That's all I'm saying.
This makes no sense to me. But so you're saying that, for example, you live in the US, I assume.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You're saying that Joe Biden now should bomb everything outside of the US to avoid any future conflict?
No, because there is no guarantee of future conflict. No one outside the US is saying we're going to kill all y'all tomorrow.
Yeah, but conflicts had already stopped after what happened. I think it's completely unrelated.
It doesn't matter. I just told you I told you, bro. It doesn't matter if it's unrelated or not. With the factual matter, no, it doesn't, because the factual matter is. Okay. Let me ask you a question, bro. Hold on. Let me ask you a question. Yes or no's, okay? Just simple yes or no's. Were the people that bombed Parody living on Parody when they bombed Parody? Yes or no?
Are the people that bombed Parody?
Yes, in the extra 8 pages, the people that bombed Parody, were they living on Parody? Were they residents of Parody? Or were they foreign invaders? Yes or no?
Well, technically, they could be.
They were not. Come on, man. You don't bomb your own country in a civil war. You don't bomb an island that small when you live there. You could accidentally bomb someone you actually know. That's not how it works. So come on, man. You know they were foreign invaders.
Okay, sure, but
okay, hold on. Let me finish. So they're foreign invaders, right? If Aaron killed all foreign people outside of the country, could there be foreign invaders to ever attack Parody? Yes or no?
yes.
How? If he killed them all?
The reason why. Well, there is always territory outside of Parody.
So you're saying they leave and colonize and then come back and destroy their homeland?
Well, hundreds of years into the future, maybe, yes. I'm saying. What I'm saying is this: after the rambling, there is peace. All right.
For a short
Just
while.
as we have now in our.
For a short while, yes.
Just, I mean, peace, just as it is in our world.
Wait, what?
So my example with Biden is perfectly sound, I think.
No, it's not sound. But what you said before about them going out recolonizing and then destroying Parody, I mean, that's a stretch. Could happen though. But at the end of the day, like you said, Aaron can't control human nature. That's not his responsibility. He can't make it where humans never fight again, right? You want to use that logic? Fine. Then why in the fuck is his plan based on hoping that humans won't fight anymore?
Wait. He doesn't hope that
yes, he does. He hopes that Armin will find peace. That's literally his hope.
Sure, but so finding peace doesn't mean that the violence will end forever.
It doesn't mean that the violence will end forever. No, I'm not saying it'll end forever. But he's hoping that he will find peace. He's hoping for it. He's taking that chance.
And I really think that's.
So which is a higher chance? If you kill everyone, and then maybe 100,000 years later they'll fight, or if you don't kill everyone and maybe in like 10 years they'll fight. Which one sounds better? Would you rather have 20, 30 years of peace, 100 years of peace, or 100,000 years of peace?
I think you're underestimating a factor though here, because but the discussion started between the two of us when you mentioned Lady Kiyomi's speech, right?
Lady Kiyomi's what?
Well, what she says to Floch in chapter 129, I believe, right around that.
Oh, you talking about on Twitter? Right. I don't remember. Sorry,
you mentioned. We were talking about Lady Kiyomi's words, and she says that it doesn't matter how if you destroy the entire world, violence will always exist.
Yeah, who cares? That's literally not the point of Attack on Titan, bro. Like, basically, listen to this, bro. In order for you to defend this ending, what the logic you have to go to, the reaches you have to go to is basically the summary of your argument. This is the bottom line. This is the bottom line of your argument, which proves to me, because I know you don't really believe this, but this is the bottom line of your argument. At the end of the day, no matter what choice Aaron made, people were still going to fight. Whether you did 100%, whether you did 80%, whether you did a 50-year plan, whether you did euthanization, somebody, somewhere is going to fight. Facts. 100%. So that means...
Well, that is true.
Don't bother?
True, but it is,
that means don't do it.
No.
So why
I
is
don't think
so
this is
why
fair
is
now.
it so why are you able to use that argument against the 100% rumbling, but not against the 80%, not against the 50-year plan, not against euthanization, only against the 100% rumbling? He shouldn't do the 100% rumbling because people are going to fight one day, but he should do the 80% rumbling because people are not going to
No,
fight
no, no,
one day.
no, 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 no. He doesn't go between the two choices. He doesn't go with the 100% rambling. No, I mean, he would have gone with the 100% rambling.
What?
The only reason he would have gone with the 100%
But why
rambling.
didn't he?
He says that he goes with Armin's decision.
No, he
Basically.
doesn't go with Armin's fucking decision. That's not his decision. Armin didn't
Yeah?
want any rumbling, bro. He didn't want not one drop of rumbling on innocent people. That's not Armin's decision.
How do I put this? I have an exact idea of what we are talking about, but I'm not getting through. I know what you think. I know what I think, but we can't talk to each other.
It's all good, man. I appreciate you for coming on. I know it's like probably like a language barrier and stuff like that, but I do appreciate you for coming by, man.
Partially, of course. We can go on though. There was.
I got some other people that want to debate, but go ahead. What you got? Like, you got something else? Like one final statement you wanna say?
No, I mean, I wanted to talk about something completely different because I wanted to start from your tweet earlier, the one that got controversial.
Okay, well, check it out. Let's do it. No, hold on. No. We ain't talking about that. I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about that anymore. I'm not saying one more word about that ever again. That's done. So you can forget about that.
I thought it was I don't mean to attack you. I defend.
I know. I'm not talking about you personally. I'm just saying, like, I'm not saying anything in relation to that again. So that's not happening. we could just agree to disagree on that. But no, if you got anything else unrelated to that.
I was ready to talk about that.
Yeah,
so,
I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry, bro. I can't do it. We could talk about it. We could talk about it like privately or something, but I can't talk about it like that. Okay.
Well, it was a theme related to that, but we can talk about it in another occasion.
Yeah. All right, bro. Well, I appreciate you, man. You have a great weekend. Thanks for stopping by.
Thanks.
You have a good one. All right. Here we go. All right. Hello.
Me?
Yeah. What's up?
Okay, what's up?
All right. This is Cree.
Yeah.
All right. What's up, Cree?
What's up, man?
All right. So you're a defender of the ending of Attack on Titan?
Yeah, I guess. But
yes.
I want to know like your position more thoroughly, I guess.
Okay. You want to know my position more
Because
thoroughly?
like you.
Man, what mic you using, man? That should sound crisp.
Oh, is it good? It's a Steel Series.
Okay, I need to get me one of those.
I don't know. Like, you just the way some of your arguments, the way they come out, it's like you'll never be satisfied unless it's the exact way you envision it.
Nope.
And then everything else is like it's wrong.
Nope. All right.
I'm not saying you do that. I'm just saying.
That's the way you got it. All right, I understand, and I to an extent I agree with you that I do come off that way, but only to an extent. I come off that way only to an extent. What I want is for my characters in my story to remain consistent. That's all I want. If Eren didn't complete the whole rumbling, if he was killed at 80%, if he told Armin, but I had to do it, Armin, but you guys stopped me, and they stopped him in a logical, reasonable way, I would not be upset.
Your argument then. Let's lay it out. Okay. So, out of the whole story, where do you think it falls off, or where do you think it pivoted away from, I guess, its core principles or ideas?
So I think that it had dips. So up until around the rumbling, after the rumbling activated and the Cringe Venger Alliance was created, huge dip. At that point, it was huge, like incredibly huge dip. But I thought
right after what, like 123.
Right. 123, 124. Okay. So I thought the reason why it dipped so hard was because Isayama was really trying to like get these last moments where we connect with Connie and the Avengers and everyone has their little side, and then they end up like one by one dying off, so it hurts a lot more. You know, that's what I thought, but that wasn't the case. So that dip was just for no reason. It completely terrible dip. So the quality dipped dramatically then, and then it spikes back up with 130 and 131, which I think that those two chapters were kind of like chapters that were like in his head for years ago. Like he was like, "This is how I'm going to explain."
Like
yeah, and then it just fit in right there perfectly. And then it was like, okay, now it's back good again. And then after that, dip again to stupidity until. And then after that, just remained stupid.
So okay, so what was Shottis and thing? That was 129.
What was that?
When they die, when Shottis and
I'm not sure what number. Probably 129. Probably
it's 129 and 130. I think. What do you think of that chapter? I think that's a great death scene. I think it's.
I mean, it's fine. I understand. I mean, I didn't have a problem with it, but. I'm not saying anything that was going on in that point of the story was particularly terrible, but it wasn't until it was a lot of what's the word I'm looking for, like contrivances. It was a lot of, oh, we can't get this, oh wait, hold on, Falco's a bird. We're good. Like Falco being a bird, the plane. And
you think it was like an ass pull?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't necessarily an ass pull, but it was a little bit, like, let's move this along, let's get to the next plot point type thing, which, like I said, I was fine with, because it's like, okay, as long as you land the ending, I'll let this slide. Didn't land the ending though, but that's where it started to go downhill for me. But all those things didn't mean shit until 139. When 139 came, it was like the glass was like cracking. And then when 139 came, someone threw a rock through the glass. And it just completely shattered.
So wait, do you think 138 is good?
Until Mikasa's dream, yes.
Really? So then what do you think happens?
I mean it's corny.
Before that.
I like the guys turning into Titans. I liked when people turn into Titans.
Why is it corny?
Well, they shouldn't be able to fight Eren at all. Like Eren.
Okay, yeah. So wait, Eren shouldn't be. And we've already established he has like godlike powers. Right?
Yeah, Eren should not be threatened by them. That's the only part that was corny.
But we know that Eren's not using his full power. No.
Well, yeah, we know that now.
He's confirmed that for us.
We know that now.
No, even in 134, right? When they pull him in, when was it? When he pulls him into paths.
He said he's not going to take their power away from them, but he didn't say. But he didn't say he would not use his full power. He did not say that.
So then, okay. So what power would he be using to stop them? Like, what do you think?
All those Titans on his back.
So what, aren't they trying to kill them? Like, do you think
why aren't they killing them? The Titan that stabbed Peak was standing there for probably, can't wait till this gets animated, probably about 10 minutes of screen time. But it was a manga, so it's a little better.
Wait,
it's literally just there was a Titan that stabbed Peak and had Peak on the fucking.
She runs off.
Yes, she runs off, but why is it still holding her? Why is it just standing there holding her body?
Like, do you mean when it stabs it with the
fork, with
the spear?
The
fork, and then it just holds her body. But does she not just immediately run out of her Titan along the rod?
Why is it holding her body though? I'm not saying she didn't escape. I'm just saying, why the fuck is the thing holding her body? Like, think about it logically, right? Eren has the power of the gods. Even if they were to strike down one of these Titans, which they didn't, they literally didn't kill a single one. But if they did, he could just recreate them. There's literally no way they could have won that. Isayama wrote it into a corner. Like, I don't know why in the world he thought it was a good idea to bring up 1 million Titans on top of his back and expect us to believe that they could beat them.
Okay, so I don't even know if I necessarily agree with the fact that Eren's controlling every single Titan. Like, I don't know if that's confirmed. I don't think it's confirmed that he is. I think it's either him or Ymir that's spawning them basically off his back. And then I don't know to what extent he. So
what's Eren doing then?
After that,
if Eren's not controlling them, what is he doing? He's literally not doing shit.
Since he's the founding Titan, so he's basically the vessel for all of these Titans that exist on his back, right? Like, same thing with Zeke, because Zeke's body dies in parodies when he transforms, right? Because he doesn't have a body, so he's stuck in past. The only way he can, what's the word? The only way he can reincarnate himself is through Eren's Titan. Like, you see how he has to come out of his Titan spine he doesn't have like his actual body that's separate from the Titan because he's stuck in paths basically. So there's that aspect. What I don't know is like, is Eren like controlling every single one of those Titans with his full ability? Because first of all, how do you even do that? Like, that's
okay. Well, if
there's
he's
like
not
hundreds of Titans that we know.
Even if he's not controlling them, there's no way that they should have lived. If those Titans are out to kill them, there's no way they should have lived.
Okay, so
there's no way in the world they should have lived. It's several chapters.
Mostly, I think it's mostly what's it called? The Warhammer Titans, no?
I mean, I think they're being created out of Warhammer. I don't know. They're coming out of his spine.
Most of the Titans there, I remember there's like
there's like a few Warhammers. There's colossal Titans. There's a whole bunch of different variations.
There's only Bertolt.
Right, but there's a lot of colossal Titans around them. No. Literally, no, like the.
Oh, you mean like the rumbling?
Right.
Okay.
Literally,
yeah, but
no way.
The rumbling is just a straight line walking forest. They're not like directed really outside of just walking in a straight line. You know what I mean? Like they're not targeting a certain individual the way that a Titan would that's on his back.
Right.
So there's like the 20 Warhammer Titans, which in the way I read it, in my eyes, they're basically like pure Titans that are the Titan shifters of the past, if that makes sense. Like, do you see where I would come from that? And
so
how
you're
that
saying
would
they're controlled? They're controlled
like
by the Titan shifters of the past.
They're like, not that they're controlled by the past shifters. It's that. See, it's a gray area, right? It's like you can't.
Like a,
this isn't really explained.
Headcanon. It isn't explained at all. Exactly.
Yeah, it's not. Nothing's explained that confirms or denies whether it's controlled by Eren or whether it's past shifters that do it, or like we don't know.
Yeah, we don't know. But at the end of the day, we do know that they were a threat. So either they were playing around, or they should be dead. That's literally the two options, or at least some of them should be dead. There's no reason every single human
black and white that because they're Titan shifters, they have to be the best of the best and they have to kill them because those. Think about it in the logic of the story. Those are the 7 or 8 people that have outlasted Titans.
Do you not remember?
They've had no problem killing Titans.
They have no problem killing Titans, but not shifters, and not hundreds of them at one time, or dozens at one time.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do I mean?
They've only fought
one shifter.
And then you have
how did they take out Bertolt? By tricking him. They didn't take him out in a straight up fight.
Well, there's you can't say just because you tricked them it's not part of the fight. It's not like
it was there's no tricks here on the Titans though. They didn't trick any of those Titans. I
didn't say that.
They just stalled them until Armin was saved. But fine, whatever. Then why was Armin taken to paths then?
What do you mean? Why was he taken to paths?
Why did Ymir take Armin to paths?
My interpretation was that she knows he's the one that is either going to save the world, quote unquote, save the world.
How would she know that?
Or, what do you mean? How would she know that?
How would she know that Armin? So she knows everything.
Is that not the assumption we're making?
Oh yeah, absolutely. No. A lot of people don't want to make that an assumption because I'm about to say this. If she's the founder, she knows everything that's gonna happen. So why the fuck did she do the test at all?
Yeah, you can't really argue that. If you're gonna assume she knows everything all at once, you can't. But it's also the fact that she's connected with Eren now.
What do you mean? She didn't have to connect with Eren. She knew everything that was gonna happen, so she knew what choice Eren would make.
I don't think she always knew everything all the time.
So when did she start? When did she start realizing?
When Eren connects with her.
When Eren connects with her, that makes no sense.
Why?
Why would she learn from Eren? What did she learn from Eren?
Not learning.
Well, what did Eren do that gave her more power to see the future? She's been connected. She's literally the creator of paths. How did Eren give her more insight?
Okay, how do you reconcile that she exists in the physical world in 2 different instances then? Like how does she?
When she never existed in the physical. What are you talking about? Only when she died. Before you talking about? No, that's just a ghost. That's just a ghost.
So then, what do you mean it's a ghost? Like, what is that symbolizing?
I don't fucking know, dude. I don't know. You talking about like when she appeared to see Ramsay getting crushed and shit? Yeah, so I don't know what the fuck that's. I have no idea.
3 instances.
You're the one who thinks this is a good ending, not me, huh?
Hey, this isn't the end. This is like we're trying to like unpack what everything in the story means.
Go ahead.
I'm not trying to like, defend or attack anything.
Okay. Go ahead.
So Ymir appears 131. And she appears on the back as well, I think.
Yes, she appears on the back.
Right after she took Garmin.
Yep, she appears in Paths, and she also appears when she also appears to watch Mikasa kiss a decapitated skull and smile. Yes, sir.
And then I don't know if it's a vision of Mikasa seeing her.
Yeah,
when
that
the,
too.
Like,
That too. The extra
there.
pages. That's right.
So yeah, what is this symbolizing? And again, I think the way he writes, he intentionally writes and draws to leave gaps for us to fill on our own. And you know, you can say that that's lazy. You can say, you know, it's kind of beautiful because you can put your own interpretation on things that they don't have to have a black and white answer. Because
it's okay to leave interpretation.
Every single detail in the story, like that never happens.
Not every single one, but the entirety of Attack on Titan began because of Ymir. We need her to have an airtight, concrete story. If he wanted to say that Ymir was a slave and she died by the spear from Fritz because she finally realized that freedom was more important than anything, which is what he said, and then she lived 2,000 years serving him, makes no fucking sense.
Wait, say that again. What doesn't make sense?
If she decided that she wanted to be free from Fritz, which is why she did not die from the spear.
Okay, wait.
Why she did die?
I agree with that.
Why she did die from the spear? Okay, why did she die from the spear?
So my interpretation of her dying is that it literally hit a weak spot. Like that is why. Like that is the weak spot of that power.
What?
Like
since when has that been a weak spot? When has the chest been a weak spot of Titan shifters?
No. Look at the panel. It goes through the nape of her neck.
It does not go through the nape of her neck, bro.
Yes.
No.
Yes. Let me pull it up.
No.
It goes through like above her like chest, like her boob, and like into the back of her neck. I'm gonna pull it up because I remember being. I'm like, oh, that makes sense.
Listen, if it did, then I would have 100% never said it. It doesn't do that though.
Hold on. Hold on. Where is it? Yup. It's right under her neck.
Bro, you're bugging, bro.
That's the way I look at that.
You're bugging. Under her neck. That sounds like you're trying to stretch and reach because it's definitely. I'm pulling it up right now because I just watched it. I just read this chapter.
I'm gonna post it.
I'm looking it up right now.
I mean, people could agree or disagree.
People could agree or disagree. Yeah, you already know that's not the case. But hold on.
This looks like under
her neck. Hold on. Brother. Brother, this is clearly not under her neck, brother.
Okay, so where is that?
It's her fucking shoulder.
That's her shoulder?
Yes, bro.
Why? Like,
look at this panel right here. How are you not acknowledging that this is her shoulder, bro?
I don't think so.
How are you not acknowledging that?
No.
That's not her neck. Her neck is right here.
Because that's I guess that's my cope.
That's your cope.
Like that's my cope then. Like I don't know. We're gonna agree on that. But I think that's in the back of her. Like that's her nape.
No, that's definitely her shoulder, brother.
Are you saying the front or the back?
The back of the spear. Either one is her shoulder. No. How could she go? How could it definitely her shoulder, bro?
I don't think so.
We can agree to disagree on that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's her shoulder. But okay, so what you're saying is she didn't die voluntarily. All right, she died. She just died.
Like that was actually a weak spot.
Okay, so
that caused her to enter paths.
So she actually died, enters paths, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So wait, do you guys think that she?
Oh no, wait.
When this happens, she's alive, but she chooses to enter paths. Like
she chooses to die. She chooses to die. Yes.
But she doesn't die.
It's very vivid. Well, she chooses to die. She doesn't know that she's gonna go to paths. She just chooses to die.
So paths is her creation, or it's not her creation?
It's not her. In my opinion, it's not her creation. You can't say it's her creation because of her reaction to it. If it was her creation, why is she surprised to be there?
Yeah, but it's also like she could just be in general wishing for a place that she can serve.
We're really reaching here, brother.
That's
She
what
definitely,
people. That's
she
is
definitely
not
was
the
fucking
main sentiment?
surprised.
I thought that was like the main argument people would give is that she made paths because she didn't want to die. She wanted to keep serving him.
Nah, that's if she wanted to keep serving him, then she wouldn't have died from the goddamn spear, brother.
Okay, but yeah, in your point of view, when she's
okay.
not dying from this, she chooses to go to paths.
Okay. She chose to go to paths.
No, but that's what you're saying.
Cool. No, I'm not saying that. I think she chose to die, not go to paths, because she's freaking surprised.
So her going to paths is like unexpected.
Yes, she's surprised.
Okay.
Why would she be surprised?
Well, because it's like she's like when Aaron.
And why would she think that it's a possibility?
Hold on. When Aaron takes the armor and builds that structure out of nothing for the first time, is he not surprised?
What are you talking about?
Do you remember in season 3 when he protects them from the underground falling on them? When the Rod Reese transforms, like he takes the armor for the first time and builds that thing out of like he never did that in his whole life.
Yeah, he did that based on the memory. He did that based on the memories of other Titans. But yeah, he's still surprised. He was surprised. Exactly. He was surprised when he made the arm to block the cannon. He was surprised.
Exactly.
What does that have to do with anything? That doesn't mean that he
why can't she be surprised to do something for the first time that like it's a general wish to go to some place where she doesn't die but can serve, and it manifests through this path that has a tree that branches out to all the connections.
All right, so let me just ruin your argument completely then. You want to go that far, you want to reach to the moon with your stretches, fine, bro. No. Listen, I'll let you stretch.
That's but you can't.
Listen.
That's so bad faith.
All right, fine. I'll let you interpret. I'll let you have that interpretation. I'll give you that interpretation.
You can't just be like, my interpretation is the most serviceable one, so it has to be
bad.
Right.
I'm gonna prove you wrong.
Come on, bro.
I'm gonna prove you wrong. I'm gonna prove you wrong right now. My bad.
Okay.
I'm gonna prove you wrong right now. If Ymir made paths to serve the king, that's why she made it. That's what you said, right?
I'm saying that's an interpretation. I'm not.
Oh, that's your interpretation. That's your interpretation.
That's what I thought was the interpretation that people made.
But I'm asking, is that your interpretation?
No, mine was that she literally dies from the spear, and didn't want to die.
She dies from the spear, didn't want to die, and then paths happened to come up because she didn't want to die.
Yeah.
And then, but did she want to continue to serve?
Yeah. Okay. I'll say I agree with that.
So she wanted to continue to serve.
She wants to, like, she's still under like the grab of the king, and so she still wants to serve him.
Okay.
Like this is her taking the spears to serve him, and then she doesn't want to die, so she enters paths.
Enters paths to continue to serve him for.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then why did she send that message to Aaron to come get her out?
Which message?
The one from 2,000 years ago.
So that I don't even fully understand because I don't know what it even refers to. Like, are we referring to chapter 1?
Yeah. Well, whatever message Aaron told that Aaron never really goes into detail on the message that was sent. But the point is, Aaron says that Ymir sent him a message.
Is it even a message?
Listen, Aaron says that Ymir sent him a message from 2,000 years ago to come save her.
No, he doesn't. Where?
And 122.
Like when he's talking to her?
Yeah, he's talking to her.
All he says is, "Are you the one who led me here?" That's all he says.
Hold on. Have you been waiting all this?
Very vague statement.
Have you been waiting all this time since 2,000 years ago for someone? And the title of the chapter is 2,000 years to you. 2,000 years from now.
Yes, but you can apply
Why
that
Why in the world would a person who is wanting to serve for 2,000 years request help to not serve?
What do you mean? People can recognize they're in a horrible situation but not know how to get out of it. Like, is that not the main theme of what? Like, that's the big interpretation I feel that is coming from that. You realize
she entered paths 2,000 years ago, right?
Yeah.
So she realized literally the moment that she entered it that she didn't want to be there no more.
I'm not gonna say that just because it's from 2,000 years ago doesn't mean that she had that thought 2,000 years ago. That's just when it happened. Like
So
she
when
entered past
So
2,000
when did
years
she send
ago.
the
And then
message?
over time, she has been suffering and realized she's suffering and doesn't know how to get out of it. Is that not fair to say?
Brother? Okay. So here's another thing. Okay, so we already.
Okay, no, wait, answer. No, you gotta answer. Is that not fair to say or no?
I don't think so.
Why not?
Okay, I'm gonna tell you why. She voluntarily chose to come here. By your logic,
Yes.
she voluntarily chose to come here. Seems like it's something that she wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
She wanted to do it. So what has changed from the moment she entered paths to now to make her send a message to someone to come save her?
I don't even agree with the fact that you're saying he sent him a message because
Okay.
I don't.
Why does she want
I
to be
don't see
saved?
it
Then?
that way,
Why does she
but-
want to be saved?
She leads him. She
Why does she want to
leads
be
him in
freed?
some
Why does
way
she want to be
to
freed?
end up in pass with Aaron, and Aaron is the one that pushes her to activate the realm link. So
Why does she want to be freed?
what do you mean? Why does she want to be freed? She realizes she's suffering in here. She doesn't actually want to serve the king, but like she is stuck.
But she did want to serve him,
Yes. Okay.
according to you.
It's like when you're do you understand like the abuse element of it, where it's like
yeah.
that's the only explanation.
No, it's
You
not the
can
only
say
explanation.
it's a bad explanation, but like
It's
that's
terrible.
it.
Okay, so basically what you're saying is the reason why she wanted to serve the king is because she was abused and mentally messed up by him, so she wanted to serve him. But at the same time, she had the autonomy to choose that she didn't want to actually serve him. She knew she didn't really want to, but she did it anyway, even though he really can't do nothing to her at all if she don't. But fuck it, I guess I'll just keep doing it instead of just dying. And then finally, at the end of her story, the way she knew the whole time, she was like, man, if only I could watch someone chop off someone else's head, then I could finally stop serving this dude. Really, bro?
Yeah, when you put it in that way to frame
That's
it like
the way
that,
the
like,
story wrote it.
No, hold on. I'm saying the way you're framing it, like, oh yeah, she waited for someone to chop off someone's head. Like, bruh, that's not.
Yes, she
You're
did.
exaggerating the way. Okay, you're exaggerating it to make it seem funny, and I'm laughing at it. That's all I'm doing.
Okay, so what did she wait on then?
What
was the catalyst for Ymir to free herself?
To see someone
from the place that she chose to go.
To see someone that loves someone else, like Mikas's one of her defining character traits is that she's obsessed and loves Eren, that she is the one to end the suffering and kill him. Like she completely goes against him, like in the most. You can never go against someone more than killing them, and she's the one that does that.
So, she needed to see if Mikasa was able to kill Eren in order for her to leave paths.
Yeah, that's what the story's saying.
And you think that's good writing?
I don't know what else there is. Like,
no, do you think it's good writing?
What
do you
what
think
other
it's good
route is
writing?
there? What other route is there?
No. I believe you. That's probably that's what it is. But do you think that's good writing?
I don't see how else he can escape the storyline he set up.
Why you can't just say it's good writing, bro?
Why do I have to, it doesn't have to be good or bad writing. I'm not trying to say if it's good or bad writing.
That's the whole point of the debate, brother. Is the ending good or well written or not?
But you can't, like, you're just going for black and white statements. Like,
I'm not going for black and white. I'm asking you your opinion. Do you think
my
that's
opinion
good
is I think it was well written.
Oh my! So
I
you
think the
that's
ideas.
well written?
Hold on. I think the ideas of the story, there's low parts, and I think the ending needs a lot more time to flesh out.
That's not what I'm talking about, brother. I'm talking about this specific moment. Ymir's specific.
Which moment? You just said the ending. I'm talking about the ending. Now you're switching to something else.
No. I said like I'm talking about like in a grander scheme. This is the point to discuss the ending and whether or not it was good writing or not. If you think it was good writing or not. I'm asking you.
Grand scheme is a general thing.
No, I'm saying that's the grand scheme of Tatacaw, but I'm asking you specifically right now. Do you think that Ymir's plot line, that Ymir needed to see Mikasa chop off Aaron's head or kill Aaron in order to leave paths that she voluntarily entered is good writing. You think that's good writing?
I'm just like, I'm trying to figure out why you're asking this.
What?
Like, I'm not gonna avoid the question.
I genuinely want to know if you think it's good writing or not.
I'm generally like, I don't know why you're asking this.
I just told you
to the ending.
Huh?
Like,
this is the ending. This is the ending. This is a part of the ending.
Ymir being in pass is what sets up the whole story.
Correct. And her resolution is what sets up the ending.
Okay, so what I'm saying is, how else do you escape the storyline you've presented where you have someone trapped in a timeless realm that creates your entire storyline is what I'm trying to get at.
So you're saying that he didn't have a choice but to make the catalyst Mikasa getting her head chopped off.
Like,
you know, he could have just like never showed Ymir again after 122 and we'd have been straight. He could have literally never ever showed her ever again.
You really? You don't think that? So you're saying now the story has to be the main catalyst for the entire story has to be it has to be tied up perfectly, but then if you don't show her for the rest of the story, it's okay.
She would have been tied up. She would have been tied up. Her arc was completed. I'll tell you how. She received, for the first time in her life, she received acceptance, guidance, compassion, understanding from a person.
And then she just disappears, and that's it?
Yeah.
And you would have been fine with that. There's no way.
That would have
complained about it.
That would have been way better than this shit.
No, you would have
way better than this shit. Way better.
Your cat, no.
Absolutely way better. I would have been completely much better, way better than this shit. There you go, right there. So I just gave you a better way. So let's hear the good way that you have. Was this good or not?
Was what good?
Was this good writing? Was Ymir's catalyst for leaving paths good writing?
I think framing it as like Stockholm syndrome for Carl Fritt, like, I don't like that. I would have liked if it was more she wanted to be connected to her kids, and she was kind of stuck. Like, I like that better.
That would have been cool too.
Like, she's tied to her, like, her love became expressed through the kids she was born with. Like,
right, that would have been cool too. And then all the kids, like the generations, the paths, she treats these all aliens like her children, and the only reason why she's staying around is because she wants to protect them. But even though she's actually fucking them up, that would be fine too. That's better than what he came up with. That'll work just fine. But what he came up with, dog shit. But shit. There's no human being in the whole entire world who is a victim of abuse who needs to see another person kill their abuser to stop wanting to be to acknowledge that they are being abused.
I mean, it's complicated.
That is disrespectful. It is complicated. That's how complicated it is. No one is like that. There's not a single case study of anyone ever. It doesn't work. That's not how it works.
Okay, name a 13-year-old who fucking gets godlike powers, like, and is also a slave.
Okay, like, well, Isayama's the one that tried to. I can't compare it to.
He's trying to apply these abstract, non-fictional or fictional ideas to, like, real-world things.
Right, I understand that, but he didn't do a good job of it because that's not a real life thing. The real life, they do not get resolved. They do not get resolved like that. That is not how it gets resolved. It doesn't
get resolved.
If anything, it gets resolved by what Aaron did. Not by Aaron getting his head fucking chopped off. Aaron's the one who gave her.
Wait, hold on. What are you talking about?
Aaron gave her validation. Go ahead.
What are you saying?
Okay. I'm saying if anything, people who are victims of abuse get healed by assistance. They get healed by people coming to them and supporting them and telling them that they're good enough and telling them that they don't deserve to be treated that way. That's way more realistic than watching someone else kill someone else who is an abuser. That doesn't happen. That's never happened ever. You will never find one example. It's not how it works.
What's
not
your
only
interpretation
was
of how the,
not only was it just any random person, it was literally the person who supported her. It was literally the person who understood her, who went through everything to get to that point. He put his life on the line. Obviously, it was for his own goals as well. It was for his own goals as well. No, you can't just say it wasn't. I'm not saying it was all for her, but it was for her. He acknowledged her.
No,
he gave her that first for the first time in her whole entire 2,000 years, someone embraced her and showed her love. Aaron was the only person to ever do it, and she wanted that nigga dead the whole time. Trash.
Yeah, he makes her flip.
Trash.
He makes her. Wait. What did you say at the end?
He wanted her dead. She wanted him dead the whole time. Trash.
She wanted who dead?
Aaron.
Hold on. Wait. Why?
So she could perform her test.
Oh, for Mikasa, like having to kill him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Trash.
Okay.
And not only that, but I mean, just the face she made alone is enough to tell me that this was garbage. Because why is she making that face?
Wait, which face?
The face when she finally does the rumbling. Why is she making that face? Literally, what she's thinking right now is, yes, now I get to perform my test. That's her thought process, literally right now. Why is she making that face? That's not the face of someone who's excited to perform a test that they've been waiting to perform. That's not the face.
Well, okay, what did you interpret it as?
I just told you. She finally found someone who accepted her. She finally found someone who treated her like she wasn't dirt. She's liberated. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's not the face, but that's not what happened. According to Isayama, she was excited to perform her test. That's what she's doing right now. Trash. Yeah,
I don't think the execution of the last chapter was very well done.
Of course not, because it was trash.
Like there's things to polish.
No, it's a lot of things. You would have to do a lot more than just the last chapter.
Your perspective is that it should be completely different. It should be a completely different angle.
No, my perspective is that the character should remain consistent. Like I was telling you before, I literally could rewrite the whole entire ending of Attack on Titan, and I could make every single thing that happened in the story happen except for the dialogue. But everything that happened would stay the exact same. I could do it.
So like the way it happens in 139 exactly, you'll just change dialogue?
No, not. I would have to go way back. I'd have to go way back. But at the ending, it would all end the same, and it wouldn't be trash.
Wait, what? How would it end the same? Like,
it would end with 80% of the world being destroyed, Eren being killed, Armin being the hero of the world, Mikasa killing Eren, Ymir being freed.
Do you think those ideas are good? Like, do you think those plot points are good?
Sure.
Like, because I think great.
Eren killing 80% of the world is fine if he remains consistent as a character, but he didn't. So
why? Because he cried?
No, because he said he did not want to leave the island's fate to chance, and that's exactly what he did.
Wait, what do you mean?
He said he did not want to leave the island's safety to chance, and that's exactly what he did.
No, how?
Because he literally told Armin, I hope you can fucking do this. I hope you figure this shit out. Sounds like chance to me.
Hold on. I don't remember this.
Yeah, when he hugged Armin, he said, I know you're the one who will be able to go beyond the walls, but I mean, like, bruh, hope you figure this shit out, my boy.
He says he knows they'll stop him. Right? He says he knows that. Where is it? Even if I didn't know, you'd stop me in the end. So he knows they'll stop him.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm not talking about that part. I'm talking about... let me read it. I don't know what will happen after I die, but I know that you can go beyond the walls. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, he's basically just saying, yeah, I hope you can do it, Armin. That's literally what he's saying.
I don't know.
He literally left the island a chance, which is not what he wanted to do. He did not want to do that. He was very...
I didn't take it that way, but I can see why you would.
What did you take it as?
He could literally rewrite. He could rewrite this, and it makes it better if he just doesn't leave it like seeming like it's up to chance.
Yeah, if he said, No, I mean, if he said like, Armin, you guys are gonna stop me at 80%. You guys are gonna stop me at 80%, but I really wanted to destroy everything. But you guys are gonna stop me, and there's nothing I can do about it. If he said that, maybe
it's like flat. That's really flat to say.
I'd rather him do that than this shit.
Something more concrete, I agree with.
Yeah. So Aaron's character is not consistent. So can't really co-sign that.
I think what you're doing is that you're like taking the most extreme interpretation of how it's bad, which I don't say it's wrong to do that, but
I'm not taking the extreme interpretation. I'm literally reading the pages.
Because what you're saying is that since he says I don't know what happens after I die, that means he has no idea. Everything is completely up to chance.
Yes.
But to me, it's like he can't know everything, but he just knows based on his memories that.
He doesn't have memory. He doesn't have memory. He doesn't have memory based on what happens after he dies. That's already canon. He doesn't know what happens after he dies.
Why? It's not canon because of that one line.
It's canon because of it's another point of the story. If someone in the chat could tell me, but Aaron admits that he doesn't know what's going to happen after he dies. He does not know.
Where?
I don't know where. I forgot.
There's no way he said that before. When would he ever say that?
Because it's the truth. He doesn't know what's going to happen after he dies. He has no clue what's going to happen after he dies. I mean, he literally says it right there. I don't know what'll happen after I die. I think it's just right here. Yeah, it's right here, right?
But then he also says, "But I know you can make it to the other side of the walls. Humanity will be saved by you." Like that's
that's more like faith.
You can interpret that as him saying he does know they're going to be saved by some other way.
You can interpret that as faith. Faith in your friends.
Yeah, you can, but I can also say the way you're interpreting he doesn't know what happens after I die, I can interpret it as, oh, he does know exactly what's going to happen.
So the only way you can interpret it that way is if the first bubble was him just lying to Armin for no reason. That's the only way you can interpret it that way.
No, him saying I don't know what happens after I die means he doesn't know like everything. Like there's many ways to interpret it, and that's why I'm saying the way
he doesn't know anything
leaves it up to interpretation.
He doesn't know.
I don't think it's good to do that in this instance,
brother. He doesn't know what's gonna happen after he dies. He's dead.
Sure, I'll concede it, but like my main point is that I think some of the stuff, like this panel here, should be rewritten, and it'll make the story way better.
A lot of stuff should be rewritten. A lot of stuff should be removed. But here we are. We talking about what's on the pages.
Some stuff. I don't think a lot of stuff.
I'd say every single panel
should be made more concrete, and some things should be tweaked a bit.
Every single panel in this chapter is trash.
These conversations, like this past conversation, should be way longer. Like this is like the whole ending, and
they're running out of time. Yeah. They're running out of time.
Yeah, it's
in a limitless time. They're running out of time.
Well, yeah, I guess. Do they run out of time? Is that what he says?
That's what he says, but it's limitless time.
Hold on. I'm sure. Blah blah blah. But I mean, I don't think they're literally aging.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's pretty cool. Pretty cool visual thing that they're aging.
That's another thing. It's like that's a great way to show that they're aging, but it doesn't feel like they're actually aging because it's literally a fucking chapter. It should have been like 3 chapters long, but it's only 1. Like this conversation should be fucking, I don't know. It should be way longer.
I mean, they had to talk about Mikasa some more. You know.
Yeah.
She's so important.
Yeah.
You know, she's the main character after all.
Yeah. Well, it's hard to take her that way when you will only watch the anime.
It's hard to take it that way when you read the manga too. But you know, let 139 tell it. It was all about.
Well, no, she's explored more in the manga.
Not enough.
She at least has lines.
Not enough. Not enough for this. But so you've already established that you think that the ending should be changed and rewritten in a lot of ways. So how can you say that it's well written if it needs to be rewritten?
No, hold on. You kept insisting me to that question.
Yes.
I think the story in general is well written. I think the ideas in the ending. Hold on, wait, what?
I said the ending. I wouldn't say the whole story because I think the whole story.
The ending I don't think is executed well. So yeah, I'll say it wasn't well written.
Okay.
But that doesn't mean I don't think the ending is good. I think the ideas in the ending are good.
You think the ending is good? I'm not saying the ideas, the ending.
Well, like, I don't know how to say that. Yes and no. Like, I don't like the execution, but I like the ideas. Like, I can't answer yes or no to that.
Doesn't sound like you think it's good, buddy.
I do. I like it. Like, when I was reading this, I started crying. Like, at the panel where
You start crying. What made you cry? I started crying too.
You started crying too.
Yeah,
Holy fuck.
I definitely started crying.
When it just shows Mikasa at the tree. Like, as soon as I saw it jumps from Armin with the leaf with the feather
when the bird came, Bird Aaron.
Before that, like right as it shows her.
So how you feel about Bird Aaron? How you feel about Aaron being a bird?
I don't know. Do you think it's actually Aaron?
Well, either that or it's a fucking weird ass bird. I've never seen birds rip a scarf in this story or real life ever. So we're gonna have to assume it's Aaron.
We have to assume it's Aaron.
Okay, so it's either a crazy psychopath bird that just randomly happened to.
It's fucking. It's a stupid symbol. Like, it's just symbology. That's all it is.
Symbology.
Like, oh my god!
Something being symbolic is not an excuse for it to be shit.
Oh man, come on, man.
You know what I'm saying, bro?
Come on.
Symbolism is not good writing. Symbolism on its own is not good writing.
To be logical and
that's the last panel of the story.
Wait,
that's the last panel of the story.
Yeah.
You gonna leave off on a fucking bird? Being possessed?
The whole story's been talking about birds and relating them to freedom.
Obviously.
That's symbolic.
Obviously.
Okay, hold on.
But the bird should not be lifting the damn scarf.
Wait. Did you watch the OVAs for Levi?
Yeah.
Okay, what about when they fly out, when he sees two birds flying off? Are those supposed to be fucking friends?
No.
Okay, so then what the fuck?
Those birds were behaving normally. They were behaving like birds normally behave. If Mikasa, if a bird, listen, listen.
Food off people's hands? Is that not normal?
Was there food on the scarf? That's what you're trying to say.
It's just grabbing a scarf and then it flies away. Like, why is that crazy? Like, why is that? Oh, a bird can never do that.
A bird don't do that, bro.
Oh,
birds don't wrap scarves.
Oh my god. Like, if
the bird had just flew next to her and like sat there for
on her arm and it moved the scarf, that
would have been better too. But if the bird just flew next to her and sat next to her and she looked at the bird and then the bird flew off, I wouldn't have said shit. I wouldn't have said shit. I wouldn't have said shit.
That's fine.
But this bird is literally lifting the scarf. Like, what do you mean, brother?
Whatever.
What do you mean?
Okay. What about the extra panels?
What about them?
Do you like them? Okay, wait. So besides Ymir's talk,
I think that they proved that that Isayama was not confident on this.
He was not what? Confident?
Confident on his ending.
Why? Because he makes it a cycle. He retcons it. Why?
Well, if you look at the final panel of chapter 139 before the extra pages, it's quite clear that that's the end. Like, it's quite clear that this is supposed to be the ending of the story. Like, it's vividly obvious that this is supposed to be here, that it ends, and there's nothing more more to say. That's it. So that alone proves to me that he added those extra pages to
it's like an epilogue. I think the Ymir talk is supposed to be in the chapter itself, and then the rest is like an epilogue.
I think he put that in the chapter because he realized that people were calling him a fucking rape apologist. So he was like, this is probably not so good.
What? Why?
Because Ymir loved King Fritz.
Uh-huh.
And King Fritz treated her like dirt for years, and even after 2,000 years, she didn't realize that where she was in a bad situation.
Okay, so what does that have to do with adding the what is that like?
Because
how does that cover
his ass? He said, "Yeah, I know you were in. It was such a nightmare for you. It was so bad. Oh my god." But she voluntarily served him for 2,000 years.
The way these pages are inserted in the chapter, like in between, so like
it's easy to just put something into a panel, bro. It clearly was
I know. But
why the fuck would Ymir just come up, stand in front of Mikasa? So Mikasa
yeah,
could talk shit?
He probably oversaw like not explaining that Ymir was suffering.
He was like, let me fix this shit because people think this is pretty bad.
Yeah, I don't think that's like.
He didn't have confidence. This
guy's been running Peak for fucking 11 years. I mean, like to have an oversight here, it sucks to have it at the ending. I know it sucks. But
it sounds to me like he wasn't too confident in it.
How many manga anime actually end well? Like,
we're not talking about those though, are we? We're talking about Attack on Titan. If you want to go to another story that has a bad ending and say it's bad, I won't argue.
I'm gonna look at other mediums that are similar and see, okay, how many can actually end well? Like, because they usually don't, or they don't even end. Like, they're just on hiatus forever. So
who cares?
Like,
that's not an excuse.
I know you're trying to come from an objective standpoint that, okay, this story is just on its own, whatever. I understand that, but like, you can't compare this to like something like Breaking Bad, where you have a fucking team of writers that sit in the room together and they can bounce like, what's his name? Vince Gilligan was gonna kill off Jesse in fucking season 1. How terrible would that have been if he was the only one left up to the story?
Who knows?
He would have killed his own story.
Who knows? It could have been good without Jesse. You never know.
No, that's like one of the main driving forces of the story. Like that was like
I think it would. I think Bryan Cranston could have carried the show without Jesse, but you never know.
He would have done well, but the show would not have been as good as it was.
That's not necessarily true. I mean, Better Call Saul got Jesse in it. It's doing great.
Oh, I know. They're all great writers. But, okay, like, so it's not going to touch Breaking Bad.
I don't know. Better Call Saul is pretty good, man.
Oh, yeah. No, I heard that. I always hear that, but it's not going to touch... Breaking Bad is, like, it's peak.
I would say Better Call Saul is better written than Breaking Bad.
Yeah, I've heard that. Like, it's a lot more fleshed out. It's more dialogue-heavy, shit like that.
Yeah. But... Anyway, so back to Attack on Titan. So we already agree that the ending isn't well written. We already agree that Ymir's plotline is pretty contradictory, to say the least.
It's not ideal.
Not ideal. So we've already gone there. What else we got? Let's see. How about... we already went over Aaron's motivations. How about the logic of Annie and all the
like her joining with them,
yeah,
and they're not, and they don't really care.
Yeah, and friends and shit like that.
I mean, why are they joining with Reiner? Why are they joining with Reiner? And why are they joining with Magath? And why are they joining with Peak? Like, it's... I mean, yeah, Annie's the most brutal one.
Yeah. Don't you think Annie like deserves some kind of like something to happen to her, other than like everything that she ever wanted to happen to her?
Like, she's like something negative should happen to her?
Yeah.
But like, what is, like, how is that compelling to tell? It's like she was a kid that was taken in by a Marleyan, or no, by an Eldian that was persecuted because her parents they abandoned her.
Right.
And then she's forced to train to become a warrior her whole life.
Right.
And then she beats up her father because he treated her terribly. And then the fucking day she goes to the walls, he tells her to stay. Like, what kind of upbringing is that? Okay. Like, you think that character should have more negative shit happen? Like, that's like, how is that compelling?
Well, because everything that she did once she got beyond the walls for her father,
Jesse deserves to be beaten because he was in the drug trade. Like, how does that make sense?
Jesse wasn't killing innocent people when he was in the drug trade.
I know, but it's like saying.
Or not intentionally.
No, hold on. Jesse was part of a trade that caused him to kill people.
Not intentionally. And I said innocent.
Wait, what do you mean?
Jesse was not killing innocent people intentionally.
When was Annie killing innocent people?
When she helped Reiner break down the wall.
Okay, so why isn't Reiner being held to the same standard?
He should be. He should be too.
So yeah,
I said the same thing about him. I was just going to Annie first. Same thing.
So you think them partnering with the Marleyans in any capacity is bad?
No, I think them being friends with the Marleyans in any capacity is bad.
But how are they friends?
They're literally joking around with each other. That's what you do with your friends. How many times should I tell you to stop lusting after a married woman? How disgusting. You say all that, but you're clearly worried about how your leg looks. Who do you want to impress? It doesn't fucking matter, bro. How long after it would you want your best friends to be friends with someone that killed you? How long? And
again, this is war.
Don't care.
They were in You can't say that.
Don't care.
You
don't have to be their
You
friends.
cannot say
You don't have to be their friends.
the
You don't have to
way
be
you
their friends.
act in war is representative of your
You
whole,
don't have to be
your
their
whole personality.
friends.
What do you mean you don't have to be their friends?
You don't have to be friends with them. You can not want to kill them. You can not want revenge. You can forgive them and move on, but you do not have to be their friends.
But the thing is, like, okay, the situation is insane because they became friends and then found out they're traitors and then found out they're traitors against their will.
Not Peak.
What do you mean not Peak?
They didn't become friends with Peak.
I don't get what you're saying.
They never became friends with Peak before.
Yeah, but she's just part of the group. What do they don't have to? They have to kick out Peak. Like,
I'm just saying that's not the reason that they're friends with them. They're friends with them because they're main characters. They're on the Eldian restoration team. Or, I mean, not restoration team. The fucking what is it?
What do you mean they're friends because they're main characters, man?
They're the ambassador of pieces because they're main characters. Because they're main characters.
Oh my god!
That's literally
they're
the only
masters of
reason.
peace because they were at the center of it.
So were a lot of other people.
They were the ones who were on both sides and came together and stopped the evil. That is the point of the story.
They were the ones that were on. They were the ones that were on both sides and stopped the evil.
Yes, that is the story.
So you're telling me that in a time like this.
Hold on, one sec. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like I don't understand. Like I understand. Like moving past it, right, and accepting it, right. Like, okay, this happened. You was doing what you thought was right. I was doing what I thought was right. At the end of the day, you know, we both was wrong to an extent. Bygones be bygones. Cool. But being friends.
Holy fuck, am I getting memed in the chat?
Nah.
Let me see this.
Don't worry about it,
they
bro.
Can't even stop the evil. That's the whole story.
Don't pay attention
I love these.
Don't pay attention to it.
I got 5 tags. I gotta see what they say after.
But yeah, so my point is this. These people are not necessarily the best candidates to vouch, to speak on behalf. So the only reason they're there is based on what they did, which is not enough reason, logically speaking. If you're going to actually like have a dialogue with someone, you don't actually send the people that did the thing. You send the people that are the best suited to explain what's going on. If anything, you wouldn't even send them. No, Armin's fine. I'm talking about the rest of them. Like, why would you send? Why would you? Like, you don't need them. You could. There's millions of other people that are alive. Why don't you send someone else? Why don't you send Ayakapone, Falco, anybody that they know in the anybody that they know that isn't a direct attacker. Like, think about it. They're going to Jaeger's territory. Mm-hmm. Why in the world would they not want to kill?
They're going to Paradis, who's ruled by Historia still, who is their friend.
Historia does not have any power.
What do you mean?
Historia does not have any power, logically speaking. I know she has power in the chapter. Logically speaking, she has none because the Jaegerists already overthrew the government.
Because wait, hold on.
The Jaegerists already overthrew the government.
The Jaegerists took over as like their army.
Yeah, they already overthrew.
That's their armed forces.
They already overthrew the government before. So why are they listening to them now?
Hold on.
They already said fuck the government. They literally killed Zackley. They don't give a fuck about a government. Why are they listening to them now?
So wait, now you think it's illogical that they haven't overthrown the government?
No, now I think it's illogical that they're listening to the government that they already overthrew.
They overthrew one part of the government.
They overthrew they had the whole Ireland under control, bro. What are you talking about? They overthrew the whole government.
So then Historia still reigned, though, is what I'm saying.
They don't give a fuck about who reigns. They don't care about that. They already proved they don't care about that shit. That's why they fucking killed Zackley and they took control, because they don't care.
And then all those people that did that are gone.
Not all of them. There's a lot of Jaegerists still there. Just
yes,
the leaders,
quote unquote Jaegerists.
just the leaders aren't gone. But you're saying that
they're gone.
You're saying that if 2 or 3 leaders of an entire organization affiliation like that die, there would be no one to replace them.
13 total people that were Jaegerists.
It was more than 13. What the hell?
Okay, who was with Aaron when he's shirtless?
That's not all the Jaegerists, bro. That was just
what are you
some
talking
of them.
about?
That's not all
They're
of
fucking
them.
recruiting. The people they were recruiting were the ones that were fresh for like scout training or whatever, or for
They were recruiting more, yes, but that was not all of them.
So where are the rest of them?
They didn't show every single one. They never did.
So how do you know how big they are?
I know they're bigger than fucking. I know they're big. They were big enough to overthrow the government, so they had to be somewhat big.
Blowing up thing and then
using Aaron and Zeke Titan transformation.
Yeah, all they did was leverage Aaron. That's it.
And then they killed all the military. All the military is dead.
Who?
The ones that turned into Titans.
Who's they? That was fucking Yelena and Zeke.
What?
That was Yelena and all the.
I'm talking about like Pixis and them, the ones that turned into Titans.
Yeah, Yelena did that.
Huh? I'm saying they're dead.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure, they're dead, but it's not like the Jaegers did that. Like, what?
No, I'm not saying that's not like the Jaegers did that, but I'm saying they're not there. They're not there to like lead. So, so literally, Historia doesn't have like anyone to like. What is she whooping their ass herself? Like, I don't understand. Where's her authority coming from?
It's not explained, so yeah, it's whatever you
dog
want it
shit.
to be.
Dog shit, but you know, hey man, you know what I'm saying?
Oh my god. Okay, so what did you even start this on? What was
my point is that every single panel in 139 is dog shit, except for the one with Falco and Gabby. That one's pretty good, but the rest of them dog shit. But all right. But you know, these are things that Isayama didn't even write well, you know. So I can't blame anybody for not understanding them, because it took me a long time to understand them too. It really takes a long time to grasp the stupidity of this. But you know what? Let's talk about something else. Let's turn the conversation to Historia.
Okay.
Historia's baby is the farmers. And you think that's good writing?
Holy fuck, why? Because it has to be Aaron's?
No, I don't have to be Aaron's, but do you think that's good writing?
Oh my god. I think it doesn't matter who she got pregnant with. It's the fact that she had to have a baby.
Why did she have to have a baby?
So they don't make her eat Zeke.
She wanted to.
Sorry?
She wanted to.
Yes, and Aaron didn't.
Who cares?
Aaron
why does she care? Why does she care? Well, why does she care what Aaron thinks? No one else does, so why does she?
What do you mean, why does she care? Aaron is the one that has to agree to all this.
No, he doesn't. They didn't give a fuck what Aaron thought. Don't you remember? They were about to feed him to a Titan.
He was the one that's still on their side, though. They were gonna feed him after they felt he had betrayed them.
So at the end of the day, he did not have a say.
So no.
That's why she got pregnant.
You can't say because they want to.
Okay.
Get rid of him.
Okay, so if Aaron had to say, then why did she get pregnant?
What do you mean if Aaron had to say? Then why?
You're not listening. If Aaron had to say, all you had to do is say, we're not eating her. That's it. So she don't have to get pregnant.
Who are they gonna eat? Who are they gonna use for royal blood?
No one, because Aaron said we're not doing it. He's the one who gets to decide, right? That's what you just said.
Wait, not doing what? Hold on. Not doing what?
They're not doing the plan where Historia eats Zeke. They're not doing that plan.
They need a Titan with royal blood.
But if you just said Aaron makes the calls, so does he make the calls or not?
Why does him making the calls contradict that? I'm so confused.
Because he doesn't want her to eat Zeke.
Yes.
So if he makes the calls, she can't eat Zeke because he said so.
Okay. First of all,
so he don't make the calls.
Okay, hold on. We have to break this down. The first reason he denies the plan is because Historia has to make a baby that Zeke will then be baby will then become the Titan.
He doesn't want to do that. That's true.
So he denies the whole thing of he doesn't want her to keep breeding whatever.
Facts. Cool.
Okay?
So he makes the calls. You said he makes the calls.
And then they move into, okay, we don't trust Zeke. We're gonna make Historia eat him. And then again, she'll accept that, but he doesn't want that. That's still part of the same ideology of having her breed
He
babies,
doesn't.
whatever.
Right.
Okay.
He doesn't want it.
Yes.
We already agreed that he doesn't want it.
Yes.
So if he doesn't want it, but he makes the calls, then why does she have to go behind the military's back to avoid
because
it?
he's
all
not
he has to do is
the
say no.
only one in power. He's
Exactly.
Not he's not a singular entity
Exactly. So he's not in control.
Bro, oh my god.
You're not making
how does that
any
contradict?
Sense. It literally contradicts. You're not making sense.
Okay, being in power does not mean you're the only one in power. You are part of a group of people that are in power.
So therefore, Aaron doesn't have the final say.
Collaborate with other people in power
so he doesn't
for things to move forward.
So he doesn't have the final say then.
Oh my god, but like you're saying that like it contradicts stuff, but it
does.
doesn't.
It contradicts your argument. I'm not saying that. You said.
How does it contradict my argument?
Okay, so Aaron doesn't have the final say. But you said he did, but now you're saying he doesn't. So
I'm
Aaron
saying what? First of all, what do you?
All right, let's just start over, okay? Aaron does not have the final say on whether or not Zeke, the Historia eats Zeke. Yes or no?
What? Aaron does not have the final say on whether Historia eats Zeke?
Yes or no?
Yes. He's the one that stops it from happening.
No. I'm saying like
you're boiling down like a multifaceted problem into like yes or no. Like how does?
I'm asking you.
Aaron is the leverage for their power. Like the whole plan that they have developed is to use Aaron with Zeke or a Titan with royal blood. Right. So they either need Zeke or a Titan with royal blood. Okay, so if Aaron does not want Historia to be made into a Titan or her babies, and then they go against him, he's not going to go with the plan. So they fucked their own plan. Like that's just the basics of compromise.
So then, why did she have to get pregnant?
She got pregnant to stop the second plan. The second plan was to make her eat Zeke. If she's pregnant, she can't eat Zeke.
My boy.
Like. I don't understand why you don't get this.
So you're saying Aaron agreed to her eating Zeke, just not having the kids. That's what you're saying?
No. Wait, what are you saying? Like what? Dude,
I don't understand how you're not understanding this, bro.
If she's pregnant, it's like a safety bubble.
I understand that it's a safety bubble. She can't eat them because she's pregnant. I get that part. What I'm saying to you is, if Aaron is in control, then she does not have to eat Zeke because Aaron can choose whether or not they go with that plan. Aaron can say, I don't want her to eat Zeke. And then they say, okay, Aaron, she's not going to eat Zeke. So he's not in control. Therefore, that's why she ate Zeke, because Aaron is not in control. That's why she had a baby. Listen.
Okay, he's forcing their hand. He's saying, your plan was to make Zeke make Historia eat Zeke. Okay? Now that that's not possible, the only option is to use Zeke, because that is Aaron's plan. Like, he forces their hand to have to rely on Zeke. That is the whole plan. Like, why does that not make sense to you?
Wait, hold on. Explain that to me one more time.
He is forcing the government's hand by making Historia get pregnant, because she doesn't want, like, she's sad when she goes up to Farmer Kun. She's sad when she does it. Right? Mm-hmm. She doesn't want to have to get pregnant, but she has to protect herself and to protect the plan that Aaron has.
Okay, all right, bro. So hear me out. Just hear me out, bro. Hear me out here. Okay. Let's ignore the Titanized kid plan, and let's just talk about her eating Zeke. Okay. Her eating Zeke is all I want to talk about. Okay. Aaron don't want her to eat Zeke. Aaron don't want her to do it. She volunteered to do it. Aaron don't want her to do it. All right. Aaron doesn't want her to eat Zeke. So therefore, it's either one or two options. Either the military listens to Aaron's wishes, or they don't. The fact that Historia got pregnant proves that Aaron and Historia did not believe that the military would listen to what Aaron wanted. Correct?
Is that not what happened?
Like, no, it is. I'm just making sure we're on the same page. Correct, right?
Yeah.
Right. So, therefore, it makes no sense. Historia was willing to do it. The only reason she didn't was because Aaron said not to. That's the only reason why she said not. That's the only reason why she didn't. Why in the world would Historia, the queen, choose Aaron's will over everyone else's?
What do you mean everyone else's? Who's everyone else?
Everyone else who wants her to eat Zeke.
Who's everyone? It's the government that's not involved with her.
Literally every other person she knows,
go to the scene when Kiyomi's laying out the plan. All of them have horrible faces on. They all look distressed and
but they still
terrified.
But they still are fine with it. Armin's fine.
No,
with
they're
it.
not. They're not speaking for her because it's up to her.
Armin is fine with it.
When is he fine with it?
He wants to do the 50-year plan that requires her to eat Zeke.
When does he say that?
Multiple times. That's his main plan. Is a 50-year plan. That's Armin's main plan.
What?
Armin's main plan is the 50-year plan. It's a 50-year plan. They will use the rumbling to destroy the walls temporarily, and they will keep the rumbling for 50 years until
Kiyomi's. That's Kiyomi's.
Yeah, Armin
Zeke's.
No, it's not Zeke's plan. It's Armin's plan. Armin and Kiyomi's plan. Yes.
Well, I'm saying Zeke because Zeke is a euthanization.
Zeke is a euthanization.
Kiyomi's is to use the rumbling as like a test run.
Right, to keep them away until Parody is able to develop as a nation within 50 years. But in order to keep the threat alive, they have to keep having royal babies because Titans can only live for 13 years. Yes. And Aaron's about to die.
Yes.
So the reason why Aaron doesn't want to do that is because he doesn't want that cycle to happen. But they don't give a fuck what Aaron wants. Armin don't give a fuck what Aaron wants. He thinks that this is the best way, and so does everyone else because they don't want to do genocide and they don't want to do Aaron's plan.
Armin ever disagree with him after Aaron stands up against it? When does he ever say that?
And when he literally tells Aaron that he should just do a partial rumbling.
But I think he's saying a partial rumbling as just a partial rumbling and that's it. To buy time.
That's a stupid plan.
Okay, but so you're just inferring that because he says the partial rumbling that also means he is accepting Historia being a Titan.
Okay.
Which I don't think that implies that.
Okay, fine. So we'll just say that no one wants to do it except for the military and Aaron.
Yeah, it's basically Kiyomi and then people outside of the main group that are in the government.
Okay. So
but do you agree with that or no?
I don't, but I'll go with your argument. So Aaron has control and knows that he has control over the military. He knows that they're going to be turned into Titans. He knows that they're going to be turned into Titans, and he knows that Zeke is gonna scream with the spinal fluid. He knows that he's gonna overthrow them. He knows all this, and still tells the story to get pregnant. Mm-hmm. When he knows she doesn't want to. Why?
Mm-hmm. They would have made her.
How can they make her get pregnant? How can they make her eat someone?
Oh my god. I don't know if they're gonna... Okay, I don't know. I'm not gonna say they're gonna make her in that way specifically, but
she don't sound like too much of a queen to me.
He is... Again,
are they listening to her or not?
Hold on. The main idea is he's forcing their hand.
He's not forcing anyone's hand.
He is forcing them down a specific path.
Yes, he is forcing them down a path, but he didn't really have to do anything that he did. Because Historia already is being contradictory because she said she was willing to eat Zeke, but she didn't. That's already contradictory right there, because if she's not doing it for Aaron, it makes no sense. So that's the first thing. Second thing,
not that she's doing it for Aaron, she's going along with what people will do.
Who cares if she's willing to do it?
Dude, her whole character was always like, yeah, I'll do what's the best, or I'll do what's right, or I'll do what I'm supposed to do. That's her whole character.
No, it's not.
Yes, it was. She became queen because that's just what she was set up to do.
No, she was supposed to eat Aaron.
Exactly, she was supposed to. That's what she was set up to do.
She said, "Fuck no."
Wait, she said fuck no for what?
To eat Aaron.
She said fuck, but she also agreed to becoming queen out of literally nothing. Like, when was she ever set up to be queen outside of being royal blood? That's it.
That's all. But I'm not talking about the queen. She was set up to eat Aaron. She was literally set up to eat Aaron. She was told to eat
by Rod Reese.
Yes, and that was her fate, her destiny.
That was her denying that part of. That was her denying that.
That was her denying. She denied the whole entire world for Aaron. She denied the whole entire world for Aaron.
For Aaron.
For Aaron, yes. For what she thought.
God.
Or if you want to say
what she thought
was right. What she thought was right.
Yeah.
She
that's what
chose
was
she
right.
chose her
She
friends
realized
over the
her
world.
dad was lying
She
to
chose
her.
her friends over the world.
She also realized her dad was lying to her.
Yeah, but if she had Aiden, Aaron,
nothing changes.
What do you mean nothing changes? The rumbling never happens if she eats Aaron. The rumbling never happens.
And then people come to Paradise and then they're gonna die.
Exactly. So she chose her friends over the world.
Like, you mean over the rest of people outside of Paradise?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
then she turned into a character. So again, she would be choosing. If she had have gone with with Aaron's plan, she would be doing the same thing. If she had have been on Aaron's side, she'd be doing the same thing. She'd stay consistent as a character.
For what?
With the rumbling.
Like when those two talk alone?
Yes.
And but like,
that's
what
good
is
writing.
She doing that's
good
against
writing.
it or for it? Like, what do you mean?
No. It was good writing because she was again choosing. That's why Aaron brings it up and says it's because you're the worst girl in the world. He's reminding her you chose the world over. You chose your friends over the world, and now I'm doing. Doing the same thing, right?
Yeah.
But it turns out that what she did was meaningless because Aaron would have done the rumbling anyway. Her having the baby and all that was irrelevant. It doesn't change the rumbling. It would have happened anyway.
Yes, but it guarantees her not having to be a Titan and dying in 13 years. Or her kid, or having to bear kids constantly.
She didn't. She was down for that. She was perfect. The moment they suggested the plan, she said, "I will do it."
Okay, but Aaron doesn't want that.
Who cares what Aaron wants? No one else cares what Aaron wants. Why does she? She don't love him. She loved the farmer. Why she give a fuck what he want?
Holy fuck.
Mikasa don't care what Aaron want. Armin don't care what Aaron want.
Wait, why?
Hanji don't care because they all killed him. What are you talking about? They don't care what Aaron wants.
Bruh, what the fuck are you saying? You're saying they don't care what Aaron wants because they stopped him from genociding the world?
Yes.
What?
Yes.
Oh my god. Get
yes.
the fuck out of here.
Yes.
What the? How do you connect those two?
That's literally what Aaron wants.
How do you connect?
Is that not what Aaron wants?
Aaron wants his friends to be like the whole reason he commits the genocide for his friends.
Yes.
He doesn't commit genocide for fun.
Exactly.
Oh my god. He wants his friends to stop him.
Yeah, in the garbage trash ending, yeah, you're right. But in reality, before the retcon, no.
Mixing so many things.
Before the retcon, no, he didn't want that. But in the garbage trash dog shit ending we got, yeah, he wanted them to. But they didn't know that. They had no idea that's what he wanted. So, either way,
they alluded to it.
When did they allude to it?
In 134, when he pulls him into paths, Reiner
he
says
said, "You can stop me if you want to."
Stop him.
Oh,
no, they have a moment where Reiner literally says, "Maybe he wants us to stop him," and stares right at Mikasa. And at that exact moment, they pull him into paths. Wow, I wonder if that means anything.
Maybe.
Oh my god, come on, bro.
It's a good prediction.
Come on, bro.
It's a good prediction, but they didn't know for facts. They didn't know for sure.
Are you gonna say you're on the spectrum now because you can't understand that they're heavily inferring that he wants them to be stopped, or he wants them to stop him?
I believe that Isayama was inferring that.
Like, come on.
But I don't think that they could have just come to that conclusion based on Reiner
what he wanted.
Huh?
Don't say maybe like they didn't kind of understand already at that point he wants to be stopped.
I don't think they understood that. Because if they did, then they probably would have been more conflicted to killing him than they were. They didn't seem too conflicted at all. The only person that seemed conflicted was Mikasa and I guess Armin, but nobody else seemed to be conflicted at all.
Why would they be conflicted if he wants to be stopped? That would make them want to do it more.
Because they know that he's doing everything on purpose to be killed. So it's not like he's actually being an asshole. He's actually begging them to kill him, basically. So
yeah.
Damn, bro.
So if you recognize that, would you not want to stop someone that feels that way?
No. So you're basically saying if your friend told you they wanted to die, you'd be like, oh yeah, no,
that's completely different. That's completely different. That is someone dying just because they're suicidal is not the same as someone committing a mass genocide to have their friends be the heroes that stop him. That's completely different.
They didn't stop him. That's the thing.
They didn't stop him? Who stopped him?
I mean, he killed 80% of the world. That's enough.
You're keep pivoting, man.
Like that's not really saving the world, is it?
You're pivoting, man.
Like, would you say someone saved the world if only 20% of the world is alive? They saved the remaining.
Bro.
I'm not pivoting. I'm stating facts.
Yeah, you're pivoting from like he wanting to be stopped to he killed 80% of the world, so then they never actually stopped him. Like, how does that even relate?
I'm not. I mean, I'm just mentioning it.
On.
I'm just mentioning it in passing.
Come on. Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Don't be like this. Don't be like this.
Not like this. Aaron kind of stopped himself. Basically.
Exactly. He lets them stop him.
Yeah, he lets them stop him. Right. All right, bro. So, so you think that it makes sense for Historia to have had a baby with a random dude, hide the fact that she was having the baby with a random dude that she didn't need to have the baby with, simply because Aaron asked her to, even though she was willing to do the other.
She didn't need to have it. No, I don't agree with you saying that.
Well, Aaron had control of the military.
Wait, what?
Aaron had control of the military, and Zeke had the wine.
Zeke didn't have the wine.
Well,
yeah, Elena had the wine and gave it to
Zeke knew about the wine. What I'm saying is he has to scream. So he would have never.
So he's gonna try.
She was never gonna eat Zeke. That was never gonna happen.
You think she was never? I think they could have. So you're saying that they would have. How does that plan work out? The only reason why Zeke is even able to escape is because they go there and they stay there for so long that they drink all the wine.
Yeah, but he could have just screamed when he got closer to the guys that already drunk the wine.
No, I'm saying the people with Levi.
I know, that's what I'm saying. He could have just screamed when they got closer. Eventually, they would have had to get closer. They would have had to take him to the walls.
Hold on. No, I'm saying that the timeline of it is that they stayed there for so long that they actually ended up drinking the wine.
Yes.
If he just screamed like as soon as they needed to, they wouldn't have had all those people turn into Titans.
The people in the forest that Levi killed, no, but the people inside of the walls already drunk it a long time ago.
Yeah.
So they would have turned.
You still have a whole squad from Levi, and then you have the
Who cares?
Original Levi squad. They become the ones in power, and then they realize what's happening, and then they just take control again.
So you're saying that small little group would have beat Aaron, the Jaeger, Zeke, and Zeke's Titans?
If Aaron wants to protect his friends, he's not gonna have a plan where Historia is gonna be the one to take up, or her kid to take up the Titan, and then possibly fuck up the timeline.
No, she wouldn't. It wouldn't have been. It was impossible for that to happen because he had the wine.
You're asserting that because they have control of the wine, that they can make the government do whatever they want, and so Historia is never actually in danger.
Right.
But that you have to assume that they're able to transform the whole government whenever they want, which they don't have that power.
But they not whenever they want, but when they drunk the wine.
Because the wine is introduced the wine's introduced when Historia is pregnant already.
Yeah, and why'd she get pregnant so soon?
To stop that from ever happening, because even before the plan was even enacted,
she literally was about to have the baby like a few days after Zeke arrived. Why'd she get pregnant so early?
Before Zeke is even talking to Aaron, they've already discussed the possibility of Historia having to eat Zeke.
I'm saying, but why did she get pregnant so early? Zeke wasn't even on the island yet. He wasn't even close to being on the island yet.
To prevent that whole situation from ever arising.
But Zeke wasn't even there yet. Why'd she get pregnant so soon?
What do you mean Zeke wasn't there yet? Zeke's already talking to Kiyomi at this point.
They hadn't gotten Zeke to the island yet.
Yes,
so
I know
how is
that.
Historia going to eat him if he's not on the island?
But like you're pregnant for 9 months.
Yeah, so why'd she get pregnant 9 months ago? Wouldn't it be smarter to get pregnant like 2 months ago or a month ago?
Wait, she doesn't give birth like when he gets to the island. What are you saying?
Almost. It was like a week or two later. It was like a week or two later. It's like a week or two later. If that. I don't even know. I know it wasn't more than a month.
Yeah, I think the timeline for her pregnancy should be laid out, but I don't even...
She didn't have a baby. She had a baby very shortly because the rumbling happened Rumbling happened like the same day Zeke got there.
The rumbling is like 4 days long, right?
The rumbling happened the same day Zeke got there, didn't it? So
no.
Wasn't it?
What? You know how long they're in the forest for? It's
How
like
long
a
were they in
month
the
or
forest
two.
for? They was in the forest for a month or two?
Yeah?
Okay. So then why did she have a baby? Why didn't she have a baby when Zeke got there? Or maybe why didn't she have a baby like 2 days before Aaron told her he was leaving?
I can't really answer because I don't know the exact timeline of when Zeke got there and when she pregnant and like, because
she got pregnant a very long time ago. Like, it really doesn't make sense. Like, honestly, they were really close to her having the baby and just feeding it. Like, she was almost
I don't know. I don't think. I mean, that's
have to get pregnant.
For your argument to make sense, you would have to your timeline for the timeline for Historia's pregnancy has to be like so astronomically terrible that then your argument makes sense. But then, like, even then, it's like it's still
it is terrible. It's not nitpicky.
No,
it doesn't make sense.
No, you haven't said anything that because she has to get pregnant.
No, she doesn't.
She has to.
No, she doesn't. She could have just ate. She could have just ate Zeke. She was perfectly willing to do it.
Her willingness to do it does not align with Aaron.
Who cares?
Oh my god, Aaron's the founding titan, bro.
She doesn't care about that. Why does she?
Aaron is the founding titan, and he is part of the government's entire key to having any world threat.
No one else cares.
I don't get why you say that still.
Because no one else in the government cares what Aaron feels. So why does she?
They do care.
No, they fucking don't.
I don't know why you keep saying this. They do care. They need him on. They need him.
They need him, but they don't care about him. That's why they try to eat him up.
Sure, they don't. You could say they don't care about him, but they need him. They need him to be on board.
No, they don't. They could just feed him to somebody else, which is what they were planning on doing.
No, they can't. They can't feed him to someone else.
Yes, they were.
Because no one would let him.
Yes, they would.
Point in the story.
How they gonna stop it? They were literally picking who they were. Zachary was literally picking who he was going to choose to eat him.
They were doing it secretly without any of his friends knowing. First of all,
yes,
and no one knows about it except for like a few people in the top government that have not been involved in the story for that much. Like they're just random people, basically.
Kind of funny, yeah.
So then they never even accomplish it anyways. Like
they never accomplish it anyways. Exactly.
What do you mean exactly?
So if they couldn't even feed Aaron, they couldn't even eat Aaron. What makes you think they'd be able to feed Historia to someone? Like, it doesn't make sense. What makes you think they'd be able to feed Zeke to Historia if they can't even get Aaron to eat someone that it makes no sense.
Hold on, you're saying because they couldn't make Aaron do it when he was more powerful that they couldn't make Zeke do it? They couldn't make Historia do it to Zeke? They
could not make anyone eat a Titan in this situation because Aaron was in control and they didn't know he was. That's it.
The point in the story is that they have Aaron at that point.
No, they don't. He was
it's
a
different dynamic.
It's
different when they have Aaron on their side versus when Aaron, quote unquote, betrays them and goes against what they're planning, and then they feel like he's a traitor, and so they have to plot. Their idea is to plot against him and try to get someone to eat him.
Right.
Those are different dynamics. You can't compare them.
What I'm saying is, nobody gave a fuck about how Aaron felt. Nobody gave a fuck about his opinion.
They don't care how Aaron feels, but they need him on his side.
I got you. But nobody cared. So why does Historia?
You're just repeating the same thing, but
you're not giving me the answer.
You're
not giving me the answer why Historia cares. You're not giving me the answer why Historia cares.
What do you mean? Okay, if Historia doesn't care, then what happens?
If Historia doesn't care, then she eats Zeke.
So she goes out of her way and eats Zeke.
Mm-hmm.
She becomes a pure Titan and eats Zeke.
Yes.
How?
What do you mean how?
What, Zeke just gives himself up?
They have Zeke in custody.
Oh, they have him in custody. Okay. Yeah. And how do they make her eat him?
They don't make her. She voluntarily does it.
She's a pure Titan. She can't control her pure Titan.
They just put her in a room with just Zeke, like they do with all the other Titans that they.
Oh my god.
It's not
so
hard.
Then Levi would have to risk. He would have to initiate a fight with Zeke, and then beat him, get him out of the Titan, and then give Historia the injection, and then make her eat him.
Yes.
All at the same time while they're in that place. First of all, I don't think Historia knows where they are. So.
Yeah, they just go get her.
So, who gets her?
Anyone that's with Levi.
So, oh my god. So Levi has to send someone to an undisclosed location because no one knows where she is.
Right, for some reason.
To go get her, bring her back to the forest, inject her, and then he has to. All this time, while that's all happening, Zeke is just clueless. Even though he's the smartest person, one of the smartest persons in the story.
He sees it happening, but he can't stop it. I mean, Levi whooped his ass by himself. You think with all his soldiers, he would have been able to do anything? He can't stop it.
And then again, like, how does this relate to the timeline? Because, like, how long is this taking? Like, they're doing this right away?
I mean, they could do it right away. There's nothing holding them back since the story is not pregnant.
You're making like 1,000 assumptions that
I'm not making any assumptions
to support your thing.
I'm not making any assumptions. I'm stating facts. Levi subdued Zeke anyway. In the story,
I don't disagree with that. I don't disagree with that.
So what's the problem?
If Historia eats, if Eren ever finds out Historia eats Zeke, first of all, is going to eat Zeke, they lose him. So. So that's the whole thing they're trying to avoid.
What about after he already betrayed them?
That's the fucking point. You can't compare them. That's when the dynamic changes. They feel like he is a traitor after.
Well, what I'm saying is, I'm just speaking strictly from Historia's point of view. It just doesn't make sense why she'd choose Eren over everyone else. Eren's opinion over everyone else. Like, yeah, okay, Eren, I heard you. You think I shouldn't do it, but like I think I should because I already said that earlier. Everyone else think I should, so maybe I should. But I'm just gonna listen to you. I'm gonna get pregnant by a dude I don't know. I'm gonna lie to everyone I've ever known for months.
Do you
put my whole country in danger, destroy the whole world for you?
Do you remember how the scene is shown when she accepts that she's gonna eat Zeke?
Mm-hmm.
She's not enthusiastic about it. No one's enthusiastic about it. She just accepts it.
Well, that sounds like shitty writing to just accept it.
But that's
because it's like she's just accepting it because the story told her to, basically.
Yeah, exactly. That's what happened with the queen, or her becoming the queen.
It wasn't because the story told her to.
Okay, bro, it's the exact same thing. Okay.
No, it's not. She became the queen because she knew the people needed a queen. She became the queen because she knew the people needed the queen. The people needed her to eat Eren, and she didn't want to do it. It's the exact opposite.
Wait, the people needed her to eat Eren?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
The people needed her to eat Eren.
Wait, why? What are you talking about?
So that the rumbling wouldn't happen.
Wait, what?
I mean, sorry, Zeke. My fault, Zeke. They needed her to eat Zeke. So that the rumbling wouldn't happen.
What? Wait, what? She eats Zeke and the rumbling doesn't happen? Well, no.
Well, hopefully it doesn't happen. Well, yeah, it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen because Historia wouldn't touch Eren. So yeah, it wouldn't happen.
The point of her eating is that so they have complete control for the ability to enable the rumbling.
Yeah, but we're talking about like a full one, brother, not like, you know.
I know, but it's still a rumbling.
Well, yeah, I mean the full one. I mean like the one with that. I'm talking about like genocide when I say rumbling, not just like the baby one. That's just like
yeah.
She had no reason.
I don't know what to say. I don't agree with the assumptions you're making on it.
It's not really an assumption. It's like the story gave it to us. But I mean, you let it slide because
it's contradictory the way Historia chooses it. And I don't know. We're just gonna talk in circles. I feel like if we keep going on it on that part.
All right, fair enough. So why would she have a baby by the farmer and live with him? Well, why would she love? Let alone
you think she loves? I don't know if she loves him. Maybe she grows to like him.
Why she still living with
him? Bro, they're in a fucked up world, man.
What does that got to do with anything?
First of all, they're in a fucked up world. Like,
so
she's already lost her main love interest a while ago.
So she's
basically forced. She's forced into a position yet again. Either she would have been forced to be a Titan and die, she would have been forced to make a baby and that becomes Titans, or she's forced to get pregnant with this guy.
She wasn't forced to be in a relationship with him. That's for sure.
Okay, but like, what would you choose? A relationship with a baby or being single with a baby?
I mean, when you're the queen, does it really matter?
Yeah.
Does it?
Yeah.
How?
You're still a person. You're still a human being.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying like it's not like she needs help with the baby, so that's not it.
She chose but you want family.
She wants to be with this dude. She loves this dude.
You want family.
She
I mean, I'm
loves
not gonna say she loves this guy
this-
like it's her soulmate or anything. Like,
so you're
it's
saying
family.
so you're saying she just with this motherfucker just off circumstance.
You know how many people do that? Yeah, like.
But do you think that that's good writing?
Bro, but like, okay, so are you okay with romance in the story?
If it's well written, the romance that's in this story is dog
Are
shit.
you okay with romance in this story, in this type of story?
If it's well written, yes. But as it is now, no, it's dog shit.
I don't think it's
Absolute
romance though.
canine
Like, so
dog
I'm
shit.
I'm trying to frame it.
Shit, I
if
don't
you
know what
accept
you
it.
call it.
Wait, call what?
This is definitely a romance story, bro. I don't know if you've been paying attention, but this has always been a romance. It's
I
always
guess.
been a romance, my boy.
If you want to feel like that, I guess.
You know, this has been a romance the whole time, bro. From day one.
Yeah, if you want to feel like that, yeah.
I'm just going off of the source material, my guy. That's all I'm doing. There's a romance all along. We just thought it was something more. We were
Is
wrong.
Breaking Bad a romance too?
Let Isayama tell it is. Shit.
Wait, is Breaking Bad a romance?
Let Isayama tell it is for sure.
Wait, what?
Let
What do you mean?
Isayama. If Isayama's, if you ask Isayama, he'd say it was. Yeah,
Oh.
for sure.
Well, if I interpret it the way you interpret this story, then yeah, Breaking Bad's a romance as well.
What?
He's in love with making crystal meth. That's his love. That's his Felina. That's the way you're interpreting the story with the OT. If you're gonna say it's a romance,
I'm talking about
If you're
human.
gonna
I'm
say
talking
because
about
someone
human.
loves something,
I'm talking
it's a
about I'm
romance.
talking about human beings being in love, brother, not things, not ideas.
if you're gonna say that just because Mikasa loved Eren, and that
was the
involved
crux.
in
That
the
was the
main
crux of the
storyline, that it's
story.
now a romance.
No, that was the crux of the story. That was the climax of the story. That was the resolution of the story. That was the defining example.
There's so
that
many
was the
themes. Ah, man, you can't do that unless you're memeing. But like,
No, I'm dead ass.
yeah, no, you can't.
How come?
Bro, there are multiple themes. I don't disagree that romance is part of it, but I'm not gonna call it a romance story.
All right, bro. It's not a romance story. It's just like the whole entire plot was set up to be about romance.
Oh my god. Why? Okay, hold on. Why do you take it as a romance just because Eren loved Mikasa?
Well, that's not why.
Why?
Because Eren loving Mikasa, Mikasa loving Eren was the way the story was ended, and that was the way the reason why everything happened was to test to see if she loved him enough to kill him. I guess. I don't know. Trash.
So it's not about fate, determinism. It's not about war. It's not about
Nah.
cycle of hatred. None of
Nah.
that. It's only about.
Yes.
Okay, and you're not memeing.
Yes. And I'm not memeing, no.
Bro, you're fucking.
Because all that stuff is irrelevant.
This guy's a troll.
All that stuff is irrelevant. Nah, dude. Seriously though. Okay. Seriously, bro. You really think that this is like well written? You already said no, but you really think that these concepts make sense? You really think that these
Which
characters are
concepts?
not behaving contradictory? The concepts of, well, basically that you said it. You said like the ideas of the ending, like the execution wasn't there, but the idea was there.
Yeah, I think so. I think the ideas are good.
The idea that the world will always fight no matter what you do. So don't bother.
Yeah, I mean, do you not see now?
So don't bother.
Not that don't bother.
Well, that's kind of what he's
It's
saying.
to strive for better.
No, obviously not, because he did strive for better. It was pointless.
Basically, if you interpret it well, you have to look outside of the justifications for why you should hate somebody, and look for more. Because look at the story of Eldians and Marleyans. We find out like a 3/4 of the way through the story that Marleyans are actually justified in hating the Eldians, but what is that even doing? That's just created a new cycle.
Okay. So when does the cycle end? How do you end it? I don't know.
You strive for better. Like the
Only
whole.
Amir knows. What's better? He doesn't give an answer. Or what's better? What's the right option? What's the answer? It doesn't give it. Just basically says, I don't fucking know.
So the story has to have an answer.
It has to try to give one. Yeah.
But it does.
No. The answer is I don't fucking know. That's the answer.
What do you mean?
Okay, what's the answer then?
I didn't say there's an answer.
Oh, right. Well, there is no answer. That's what I'm saying. There isn't one. But you're saying
I'm
that
saying
there is.
he tries to give one.
What is the answer he tried to give?
He tries to give an answer that you have to strive for better. That you can't always try to justify a reason to hate somebody. You can't just look at like.
Where do you get that from when the whole entire world got bombed?
Sorry?
Parody got bombed.
Yeah.
And Armin was the main person who was doing what you just said, and his home got bombed anyway. So how's that the answer?
I just told you there's like I'm not saying there is an answer, and I don't think there has to be an answer.
Well, most good stories
it's a social comment. It's pretty much a social commentary.
Oh, it's a social commentary. The social commentary is that we're always gonna hate each other, and there's nothing you can do about it.
No.
But try to stop us from hating each other. Like I just don't see it.
Yeah. Okay. So, like, what you're basically asking for is to answer why there's hatred in the world. Like that's what you're. Yeah, that's literally what you're saying.
No,
It's like you're asking an author to answer the question as to why people hate each other.
No, I'm asking what do you mean? I'm asking what was the author's point with this story? What was he trying to say? Was he trying to tell me some shit I already knew? Because I could have done without.
A lot of stories do that, and they recontextualize it, and they tell it in a more compelling way. Yeah.
He didn't tell it in a more compelling way.
What's Breaking Bad though? It's a guy who can't accept his own pride. If you really want to get down to it, Breaking Bad makes no fucking sense. Like, why the fuck? Why do we accept a guy that legitimately has the most perfect pathway to getting his family to pay for his medical treatment and to live a perfectly fine life, but he doesn't do it?
What do you mean? Why do we accept it?
Like, why do we accept that as like a good story?
Because we completely understand why he doesn't accept it.
We completely understand why.
Why
you think it makes sense that just because a guy is too prideful to accept that he used to work at a company and to take a position back, that it makes sense for him to fucking cook meth?
I didn't say it makes sense for him to cook meth. I said it makes sense why he didn't accept it. Why he cooked meth was for a whole bunch of other reasons.
His justification never makes sense.
Yes,
it's okay to feel. It's okay to feel.
It made perfect sense. His justification made perfect sense.
No.
His justification was.
Let me tell you.
He enjoyed doing it. That was his justification.
I watched this show when I was 16. Okay, and I used to love Walt. I'm like, this guy's a badass. He's smart as fuck. Whatever. Well, I watched it for the past like 9 years now. He it's completely different. Watching his decisions now, it's like no sane adult any smart or sane adult would ever make that decision. Okay, yes, your pride takes a hit, and it feels terrible to take a position back at your old company that you made from the ground up, just to pay off your cancer treatment. But that's the best way to do it.
Yeah, if you're not prideful. Yeah, and I said that already. He should have swallowed his pride. Yeah. But he admitted at the end of the story that he was doing what he did for himself. That he wanted to be in control and he wanted to be powerful.
Yeah. So what's the point of that story?
The point of that story is. You can.
He's prideful. Who cares?
That's not what I'm saying. The point of the story of Breaking Bad, at least from Walter's perspective, is you can try to be powerful and you can try to go down a path that makes you feel powerful, but at the end of the day, look at what you could give up in doing so. That's the message of Breaking Bad.
Look at where his family. Prideful, but look at what you're doing. Look at what it costs.
Look at what it costs. Yes. Look at what it costs to be prideful. Is like the way I guess you could put it as simple as possible. Look at what it costs to be prideful. It's like the summary of Breaking Bad. What other story?
No one knows about that.
No. A lot of people don't know that. I didn't know that. I never thought about it that way. I never thought about the way like me being prideful could hurt people around me. I never thought about it that way until Breaking Bad. I learned that from Breaking Bad.
But someone that knows pride can just be like, oh yeah, the story sucks because like who doesn't know that? Which what I'm trying to say is the justification you're taking for AOT being bad is that because
that is not a universally known. That is not a universally known message. Everybody knows people gonna be assholes. That's universally known. There's nobody on this planet except like a baby
starting wars.
Well, assholes is rooted in starting wars. There's no one in this world who's like a baby unless they're like a baby. Anyone who's like over 10 years old knows that motherfuckers gonna be assholes.
But no, I would not boil it down to people being assholes. It's justifications for hating people and starting wars. It's like hate, not being a dick or being mean. It's hating people, or hating a race, or anything like that, or cycles of hate. It's highlighting the cycle of hate.
Yeah, highlighted the cycle of hate, right? But but the ending though?
Sorry,
what is the ending though? The ending doesn't do. The ending doesn't. The ending doesn't compound upon these things. It doesn't. What's the word I'm looking for? It doesn't quantify these things. It doesn't finalize these things. It basically just says, "Yep, that's it."
It doesn't finalize them.
It goes through the whole story saying, "Oh man, cycle of hatred is so bad. You shouldn't hate this person because they're different from you. That person hates you because you're different from them. Y'all shouldn't do that." All right, and then the ending comes and says, "Okay, well, here's the thing right here. If the entire world hates you, maybe you should kill 80% of them, and then the 20% might be cool with you after."
That's a different way to interpret it, but
stupid to me.
But I think the best way to summarize it is the panel when Mueller says, "This is the hate we've thrown at them, and this is it manifested," or "This is the hate coming back to bite us," or whatever he says. Like, that is like the essence of the story. It's like, that is the hate they were thrown, and that is how it's now been manifested. It's like, this is what we did. And this is what hating people does.
Yeah, we knew that already when Aaron attacked Libero in chapter 100.
What do you mean we knew that?
I mean, they knew
he was justified.
They should have known that. He was justified. He was justified to do everything that he did, if you want to say that.
Yeah, the point is everyone's justified, but you can't look
but
that way.
Why did it take to the last fucking page of the fucking book for them to realize that?
For who to realize it?
The Marleyans or the other world, whoever, Obviously, he speaks for the rest of the world. So why take till the last couple chapters for them to realize that?
Why couldn't it?
It seems kind of cliche and forced that they realize it now when they didn't realize it before.
Because they don't realize it in Liberio, like,
they don't have to. It just said it seemed kind of cliche and forced.
It's cliche.
Yeah, a little bit.
How is it cliche?
It's like, oh man, this is happening because of what we did. Literally, you didn't have to say that. You didn't even have to write that. Like, we already knew that, brother. We knew that since chapter 100. But, it's on the nose of everybody who's paying attention to the manga.
You mean like the reader? Okay.
The reader, yeah.
Oh, I don't know. It's a way to convey the message. I think I like the way it's done.
Nose, man.
With yeah, it is. Like, that's why it's compelling.
Compelling?
Like,
on the nose is compelling?
Look at this. It's a fucking monstrosity with fucking millions of 60-meter colossal titans walking at us. Like, that is a manifestation of hate.
How did Aaron kill the whole world but not Marley?
Like, when Aaron comes to Liberio, it's just him. And it's like the soldiers. And it's like more of like a back and forth.
So he wasn't a threat enough for them to care at that point. I got you. So how did Aaron
Wait,
kill
what do you mean he's not a threat to care about?
Like, he wasn't enough of a threat to them to change their whole outlook on life.
It's a threat. It's like their response is, "Oh, we can take him on."
Yeah, but once they realized they couldn't take him on, they're like, "All right, yeah, we can't do this."
It's just another war. You can also say, why didn't they think that when they had the war with the Mideast Alliance? Like, you can just say that for every single war. The point is that the rumbling is so insane and extravagant that it makes them realize that.
That's the one. And he's like, all right, it's over. Since we're going to die anyway, I guess I can stop being an asshole before I die.
It puts life in perspective. Yeah, they know they're going to die if it keeps going.
Okay, but so how did Aaron destroy the whole world but not not Marley? Like, how did they not get, like, how did that happen? Because Marley is the closest thing to Eldia. So, like, did Aaron just, like, send the Colossal Titans ahead of him?
Oh, my God. I don't know. I don't think this even matters to the story.
It doesn't matter? That's like saying in Game of Thrones... Did you watch Game of Thrones?
No,
okay. Well, it's like any show where, like, it just doesn't make sense. It's, like, contrived. Is what I'm saying. Like, this is my point, is this stuff is contrived.
That's not contrived.
It is contrived. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense that Aaron is that slow.
I don't know, man.
What do you mean?
But like, why? Hold on. You're saying that he had to have killed all of Marley by the time in that story.
Yes.
Like by the time they reached that point in that story.
Yes. He had to have.
And then. But what does that relate to what we were just talking about? Like,
it doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't. I'm just asking.
Oh my god.
I'm just.
I don't think I've ever like thought about why he doesn't reach the end of Marley. Like,
I mean, it's pretty stupid. If you
why is that the fucking part you're focusing on?
I mean, it's pretty dumb. You gotta think about that.
I don't know. Someone would have to map out the world.
I mean, I'll map it out for you right now. Okay, let's say the Bahamas and then the United States. You know where the Bahamas at?
Is it like under Mexico?
I mean, kind of. I mean, okay, let's say Florida. You know where Florida at?
Yeah, yeah.
And then Texas.
Uh-huh.
Do you get to Japan first or Texas? Because that's
from where?
From Florida.
But they were not on the coast of Marley. They were at
They were a little bit deeper, yeah, but not that far. Not that far.
Is Marley not the continent of Africa? Like, Africa's huge.
Yeah, but they weren't that far. They were not that far.
Why? Hold on.
Port Salva is not that far. They got there in a day. It's not that far away from.
A day. It only took them a day to get there by a train.
Yeah, a day.
Bro, you could travel Europe in a couple hours by train. What are you talking about?
You can travel the entirety of Europe in a couple hours by train?
No, I didn't say the entirety of Europe. You can travel through Europe in a couple hours.
Well, why'd you say that if it's not the entirety?
Because I'm not going to relate Europe to the whole of Europe, or Europe to the whole of Africa.
But Africa's the biggest country, you said.
I never said that. I said it's a big continent.
Continent, I meant to say. Okay.
This guy said Africa's a country. Bruh!
Yeah, my bad. I'm tired, bro. But check it out. So, that doesn't make sense, bro. We could just agree that doesn't make sense. I'm just saying, like,
sure, whatever. If you're gonna assert that it doesn't make sense, then it has to not make sense because you said it. But whatever.
No, you agree with me that
I don't really care to argue it because it doesn't affect the story for me. Like, bro, you're fucking complaining about whether he reached, like, why, if it makes sense that he reached Marley first or after other countries. Like, I don't know. Like, that's completely trivial to the story.
That's not important to the story.
Like, are you gonna fucking...
I'm not saying it is. I'm just saying just because it's not important. I mean, it just shows that the details don't really matter. He was just more concerned with he was more concerned with telling what he wanted to tell.
Bro,
he didn't really think about the details.
Assertion is like, oh my god, he doesn't care about details, but every other part of the story like had amazing attention to detail.
Not every part, not every other part. No, not every other part. So here's another question, right? How do you feel about Mikasa kissing Aaron's decapitated skull? Do you think that was romantic?
Do I think it's romantic?
Yeah.
No, I don't think it's romantic.
Do you think it should have been in the story?
It's tragic.
Do you think it should have been in the story?
Yeah, it's like what she wanted to do, and then the only time she gets to do it is when he's dead.
You don't think it's like something wrong with that?
If you're trying to say it's like deranged, I don't buy that, because like...
Why is it not deranged?
I don't know, man. If you're...
Well, why is it not? I'm literally asking you to explain it to me because
the whole story's deranged.
Very
then you're gonna pick out that as deranged.
Oh, that's the defense. So it is deranged then.
If you're gonna but I'm saying you're trying to highlight that as deranged, and then nothing else. Like that's the only deranged thing.
Yeah, but this is the only deranged thing that's painted to be good, like actually a good thing.
Good. Who paints it as good?
To the boy who sought freedom, goodbye. And Ymir smiling.
To the boy who sought freedom, goodbye. Yeah.
And Ymir died. And Ymir smiling.
That's what frees her. Like what?
Bro, he did not have to draw Ymir there smiling. He didn't have to do that. But my point is, this is framed to be like a good moment. It's not framed to be disgusting. It's not framed to be disgusting.
I mean,
the fact that she carries his skull the next episode proves that. So, do you think that
it's tragic? Like it's so sad. I don't know why you think of it as good or happy. It's tragic.
It's disgusting.
Yeah, it is pretty disgusting, but it's also tragic and like it's sad.
It's sad that he drew this.
Okay.
This is a dead skull.
I'm not gonna agree with you on this. So
and Aaron is not even consenting to it.
Oh my god. You're being like a cliche, like right-wing reactionary Twitter guy.
Why does my politics have to do with anything? We're not talking about
I'm not
politics.
saying you are right-wing. I'm saying that's how right-wingers act. It's like
what? How do right-wingers
act? Reactionary in that it's like, oh, girls, like a big thing is consent, and like, oh, he didn't consent to this kiss. It's like, bro, come on.
That's left-wing.
Yeah, a right-wing reactionary is to point out that Aaron didn't consent to this kiss, so it's gross.
Huh?
That's what I'm saying. Does that make sense to you or no?
No, bro. Left wing is the ones who are more so concerned about non-consent.
I understand that. And
so
a right wing reaction. Okay. So do you know how?
So you're saying I'm reacting like sarcastically?
You know how left wingers are saying, "Oh, pro-choice, like it's my body, my choice." The right wing reactionary is to say, "My body, my choice. I don't want to get vaccinated." So that's what I'm saying.
So you're saying it's like reactionary. I'm being like sarcastic.
Yes. It's a reactionary thing, yes. It's like, oh, it's disgusting because
So you don't think I really So you don't think I really believe that?
That's what it sounds like. Like it
seems
like a really shallow point.
I 150% believe that it's disgusting. Not just because of that though, but that is also disgusting that they never actually
that just seems like another point, like just to like dunk on it or something.
No, yeah, there's another point to dunk on it. I love dunking on this ending, and that's one of the reasons. Why in the fuck would she kiss him? He did not say he wanted to kiss her, and the fact that Isayama drew that as if it's literally not a consensual kiss at all, like at all.
Oh my god! To me, I think they are kissing, and I think he's kissing her back, but. I don't know. You can interpret it as you want.
How he's dead, bro?
Do you think people die on like instantly or no?
Oh, so his last 5 seconds on Earth, he's kissing her.
Yeah. But no, I know you're like really opposed to romance being part of the story, so it's cringe and whatever. But whatever.
I wouldn't call that romantic, my boy.
No, I don't think it's romantic, but I think you view it that way. You think that it's trying to be portrayed that way.
Yeah.
Am I right or no?
It is trying to be portrayed that way.
I don't think it is. I don't think it is. I think it's tragic. Because that's their only kiss, no? Like they've never kissed before. And we obviously know that they love each other. And it's something they never did, and the only time they get to do it is when he's dead. And she's the one who killed him. Like, how is that not like one of the most the biggest definitions of it, like a tragedy?
Because Aaron never once told her in reality that he wanted to kiss her.
Yeah, no, he didn't.
So why does she get the right to kiss him after he's dead?
What do you mean? They have that vision. Or they have the thing in past.
He didn't tell her that either in the vision that he wanted to kiss her.
God.
I ain't see that part. Did he say Mika's kiss me somewhere?
Oh my god. Did you see that he told her where he is, or do we just kind of understand that they've talked in past and he tells her where
Oh no. Oh, you're headcanoning that he told her.
I mean, yeah, if everything everything has to be laid out, like, I don't know. If you can never infer something, then I guess.
What do you mean infer, brother? Why the fuck would he tell her in this vision where he is inside the mouth? He didn't even know what he was gonna do. He literally said he didn't know if they would live or not. So how do he know how he knows she'd be able to come kill him?
What are you talking about?
He said he didn't know if they would live or not.
When they're at the cabin?
No, when he's talking to Armin.
Wait, what?
In 139, he said he didn't know if they would live or not.
What are you saying? How does that relate to him telling her where he is?
Why would he tell her where he is if he didn't even know they'd be able to get? He didn't even know that she'd kill him.
I'm so confused.
Why would he tell her in this vision where he is inside of the Titan's mouth if he didn't even know they would kill him? And also, she didn't even mention it.
He does know.
He didn't know.
He asked her to forget about him because he knows he's gonna die.
Well, he knew he's gonna die, but he didn't know that she'd kill him.
Yes.
Obviously, he's gonna die. He only can live for so long.
Bruh, like chapter 1.
Chapter 1 what?
Chapter 1, see you later, Eren. Like, that is... He knows she's gonna kill him. That's why he's asking her to forget about him.
Bruh.
Come on, man.
Well, then why'd he say... Let me see. Then why'd he say... Let me see here right now. I got my precious friends dragged into this war, all the while not knowing if any of them were even still alive. And then he also says, where is it? Where's the other one? Oh, even if I wasn't aware of how this would all end, I still would have reduced everything in this world to dust. So
he knows how it's gonna end.
So yeah, but before that, and this one right here, he said that he didn't know if they'd still be alive.
Yeah, I don't understand that line, and
oh my god,
because he literally contradicts it right after.
Yeah, exactly. This dog shit writing.
But this doesn't relate to what we were talking about.
It does relate to it because he said,
you're tying in multiple things to why the writing in the last chapter, which I agree with, it wasn't well done.
Okay.
I don't think it's well executed, but I think the ideas are good.
Okay. So we can agree that the writing is trash.
The writing for the last chapter is not good.
Okay.
Some of it's not good. I think some of it's good and some of it's not good, and it has to be expanded upon more. But I understand the ideas he's going for, and I like them.
Well,
do you agree with that?
No.
Do you like the ideas he's going for, or no?
No.
None of them?
Let me think about it. Let me think long and hard. Let's start from the beginning. Do I like the idea that Eren would have sacrificed all those millions of people just so his friends would be seen as heroes? No. Do I like the idea that Eren pushed his friends away for a Code
like that,
Geass
really?
No. Do I like the idea that Eren pushed his friends away for a Code Geass plan? No. Don't like that at all. So no, I don't like any of that stuff. That idea is trash to me. Let's see. Do I like the idea that he didn't have agency because he didn't know what was going on and everything was moving too fast and he just went with the flow? No. Do I like the idea that Fritz was in love with that Ymir was in love with Fritz?
Wait, hold on. The last part, he didn't have agency. What do you?
Well, he said. Let me see. Let me find it. He says, let me see. My thoughts have become incoherent. The influence that the founder's powers bring about have no past or future. They all exist in the same time, and that's why it was inevitable. So it implies that, you know, he didn't have complete control over his decisions. I don't like that.
I didn't take it like that. I just thought it's like I don't know if he doesn't have agency. I wouldn't say that, but
well, he didn't have complete control over his decisions. There's no other way to say that. That's what the story says. So I don't like that at all. I don't like that that Mikasa was the catalyst. All of a
wait,
sudden,
what does that relate to his agency thing? Like, what? How do you think that it expands to the whole story?
I don't know. I think it just came out of nowhere. I think it's just an ass pull. But I don't like my characters like not choosing, like not being like, I want to do this because I want to do it. That's it. It's not because I'm being possessed and shit like that. I don't like that shit. Kind of corny. So I don't like that. I don't like Ymir choosing Mikasa to be the catalyst. That's pretty stupid to me because she should have just chose her instead of Eren. It's kind of dumb that she wouldn't be able to affect Ackermans, considering Eren was able to affect the Ackermans, so therefore she should be able to affect the Ackermans, and she's the founder, and even though she's Ackerman, she's still Eldian, so it doesn't really make any fucking sense. Let's see. Him not knowing him, Ymir killing him to end the Titan curse is stupid. Him choosing Berto to kill his mom is stupid. I would be okay with it if not Berto, sorry, Dina. Him sending Dina to kill his mom, I would be okay with it if it was a part of his plan. If he was willing to sacrifice his mom for his plan to go through, but in order for him to do that, he'd have to also be willing to sacrifice his friends. But he's not, so therefore he should be able to sacrifice his mother.
I don't think he sends. Like,
I know,
I see people say all the time.
I know, but either way, it's dumb. I know what you're trying to say. Like, he didn't send her. He was just trying to get her out of Bertolt's way, but who fucking cares if Bertolt dies? Why did Bertolt need to stay alive? It's dumb. The story they probably would have been a lot better off if Bertolt just died right there. So, anyway,
and yeah, like,
Aaron,
that's one part I'll agree with you. I don't like the Dina thing. I think they should have just left it as some vague idea that Dina found her way to Grish's house. Like, that would have been fine.
Yeah, that'd have been fine. Armin being talking about Mikasa for so long, punching Eren because of him punching Eren at all is just stupid because he shouldn't be punching anybody. Bitch ass nigga always talking about peace, but punching somebody is so dumb. Second of all, he's talking about Mikasa, which is so insignificant right now. They're literally talking about destroying the entire planet. Mikasa is completely irrelevant. And also him crying like a little bitch about Mikasa. I don't care if he says that he doesn't want her to be with another man. The way he says it and how he says it is stupid. Should not be talking about Mikasa right now. I already said that. That's dumb. But also, he shouldn't be bitching like a little girl just because he's about to die. That's no excuse. He's been about to die plenty of times. Never talked about Mikasa once.
What do you mean?
Never talked about...
What do you mean he can't bitch now?
He's talked... I just told you. He's died. He's been about to die plenty of times. He never talks about Mikasa once.
So
okay.
because he's... Okay, when was he about to die? Like, when's another time he was about to die?
When he got eaten by a Titan?
When he got eaten by a Titan.
Mm-hmm.
So when he was in the stomach.
Yes. Didn't say one single word about Mikasa.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And how old was he?
I don't know, 15, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So
when they were a little bit older, we get introduced to... Well, when they're older, there's the season 2 ending. And then there's the time on Marley when he asks her how she feels about him.
So you're saying he didn't love her until then?
I mean, yeah, it's not like he doesn't have to view her as his romantic interest the entire story.
Okay, so he didn't love her until then, and once he loved her...
No, I think he cared about her, but I don't think he saw her as in any romantic capacity.
But he did, though, right here.
Yeah, no, I'm saying, like,
until
yeah, I think it develops.
So when did he have time to develop a relationship with Mikasa? Like, when did they show that?
Well, they've had a relationship that's outside of romantic the entire story.
Well, when did it become a development to a romantic one? Like, when did that happen? Because we never saw that at all.
Never does. That's the point.
It's never shown. It's never shown.
Like,
so therefore, we have to assume that he felt that way all along.
They're always at the edge of developing.
Oh yeah, no, they had a romance. They had the most romantic moment of all before the time skip, when he said he wrapped a scarf forever. And
I mean,
then he went to the cave and he was about to die. He didn't mention her.
I mean, that once. I would never not see that as romantic. I don't know who fucking says that to their sister.
It was the most romantic. What I said it was romantic. What you talking about? I said it was the most romantic one. I'm not being sarcastic, but I'm saying right after that he went to the cave. And actually, he was about to die in that moment, and he didn't whine like a little girl. He didn't know he was going to have the power of the coordinate. He didn't say anything about her. And then
wait, hold on. When?
He was about to die in that moment. They all thought they were going to die.
In when?
When he said he wrapped her scarf forever.
Yeah, you just said that's the most romantic thing he said.
Yes.
No? Okay.
But he wasn't crying.
Not about her?
He wasn't crying.
Mm-hmm.
He
was crying.
He wasn't saying just in case. Yeah, he was crying about his best. He was crying about someone he known his whole life dying.
Yeah.
That's way more reasonable than crying. Well, I guess Mikasa was about to die too, so he didn't have nobody to be jealous of. So, all right. But when he was in the cave, Mikasa wasn't about to die. He was in the cave. He was about to die. He didn't say shit about Mikasa.
What are you talking about? They were all there.
No. Before Mikasa got there.
Huh?
Before Mikasa got there.
What was he crying about?
That his father had killed the Reyes family, and he wanted his story to
and then again he starts crying because they're all gonna die, and he can't.
Yes, but he wasn't crying about Mikasa. I never said he didn't
okay,
ever cry.
But
I said he wasn't crying about Mikasa. This is my point. He's not crying about Mikasa.
Okay. There's bigger things to cry about.
Yeah, there's bigger things to cry about right now too.
No.
I'm not saying there's bigger things to cry about. I'm saying stay consistent.
His life is ending. Like,
his life is ending.
His life is ending at this point.
Yeah, he knew his life was ending then too. As far as he knew.
When he was in the cave?
As far as he knew it was.
No. He just thought it was...
He had no fucking clue that Historia...
He had no
fucking clue. He had no fucking clue that Historia was not going to eat him. He had no clue. He was ready to die. He was not
What are you talking about? Like, I'm talking about when they're all there.
I'm talking about before that. I'm talking about when it was just him, Historia, and Reyes.
Yeah, he thinks... Because his whole worldview has been flipped.
Yes, but he still wasn't crying about Mikasa.
Why are you inserting it that...
He didn't even mention...
The only way it makes sense for him to cry about Mikasa is that he has to have cried about her before. Like,
yes!
Why?
Because it's not consistent. It's not consistent.
What are you talking about?
My boy.
He has to cry about the same things, and that's the only way it makes sense?
No, but he's always...
That's what you're saying.
No, what I'm saying is, when he cries, it's because of his circumstances, not because of Mikasa. Every time it's been because of his circumstances. This is the only time it's about Mikasa in the whole goddamn story.
That he can't be with Mikasa anymore.
He already knew that. It was a circumstance that he couldn't be with Mikasa all those other times. He already knew that. He knew he couldn't be with Mikasa anyway. He knew he'd die in 4 years anyway. The first time he found out he died in 4 years, he didn't give a fuck about it. He didn't say a word.
What? Wait, what? He knew that all the time. What are you talking about?
When he first found out about the Titan Curse.
Yes.
He knew he was going to die. He wasn't going to be able to be with her anyway.
So, did he cry when he found out he
was
gonna... Okay, so then how does
So why is he crying now?
Oh my god. Like, no... I don't know, man.
Huh?
I don't know. It's like I have to, like... It's
literally
like I have
makes
to
no
delve into,
sense.
human emotion. Like,
no,
I have to,
it literally makes no sense.
Emotion.
No, you're not explaining human emotion. You're explaining a retcon. This is what I'm saying.
Retcon.
This is what I'm saying. Listen. Eren finds out in that moment, hey, Eren, in 4 years, you're going to die. Why did he not think at that moment, I won't be able to be with Mikasa? He didn't even...
Wait, which point? When he kisses Historia?
No. Well, no, when he was in the jail. When he was in the prison.
That's 8 years. That was 8 years. He had 8 years to live then.
Well, yeah, 8 years, right. However long he had to live. He knew he couldn't be with her forever. Didn't care. It wasn't even like a point. It wasn't even like something important to him. He didn't.
Okay,
what you're saying is he didn't even like think about it.
Someone has to have the same, like, in order for any emotion to make sense at a certain point, it has to have happened every other time before that.
No, it has to be consistent.
Similar circumstances.
No, it has to be consistent.
Yes, what you're saying is
be consistent.
The only way him crying about Mikasa makes sense is that he had to have cried about her before in other instances.
Yes.
And I don't think that makes sense.
When he was about to die, yes.
That's not how emotion works.
That is how emotion works.
No, it's not.
So you're saying it's just random?
Bro, emotions are extremely complex. Like, first of all, he's fucking 19.
Oh.
Okay? He's 19.
Age excuse. All right.
Come on, like, your excuse is that he has to have cried before for it to make sense that he cries after. Like,
yes.
That's your excuse.
That's not my excuse, it's facts.
It is. That's not facts. You're just saying what happened in the story, and that
it's
because
stupid.
you deemed it that way, that doesn't make sense.
Brother, listen. If he was so, if Mikasa moving on and being with another man was so important to him, he would have brought it up another time. He would have brought up Mikasa. I'm not saying he had to say the exact same words. He could have thought about the bitch for a second. He did not care. He did not mention her. Whenever he was about to die, he never said a word.
He doesn't cry. He doesn't cry about her. What are you talking about?
When
they're in Marley, when he asked her the question.
He wasn't crying.
Yeah.
No, he wasn't crying.
Yeah.
He was emotional, you could say that, but he wasn't crying. But I thought, my interpretation, he was emotional in that scene because he wanted her to say something that wasn't what he already knew she'd say. That's the only logical explanation I get out of that, because it's kind of weird.
It's not, and it's also that he wants her to say. Yeah, he wants her to say that.
Well, now you can say that too, but he wasn't crying though.
Hold on.
And it's kind of fucking obvious that she's gonna be with him. I mean, you got to be kind of stupid to think he's about to kill people.
He's crying as soon as she approaches him.
Yeah, he's crying about to kill people, bro. He ain't crying about Mikasa. He thought of Historia's hand. He thought of Historia instead. If consistency doesn't matter, then of course this story is good writing.
Yeah, see what he got tagged in.
Dude was not thinking of her. His only love is freedom, and that's canon.
Bro, how you losing a debate that badly? Damn, eat that all. Oh man. Guys, I lost so bad. Did you just say Breaking Bad don't make no sense? Oh no. I'm gonna get bombarded.
It's not that deep, man. I'm just saying, bro. I feel like if it's not an ass pull, I feel like he could have just been like, "Damn, bro.
It's
like, I really wish I could be with Mikasa, but I guess I gotta die. Tell Mikasa I love her." You know, I feel like that's kind of like should have been a thing, but he never actually said that. So
hold on. Wait. Say it again.
I said I feel like if you want this to be believable, he should have like mentioned at any other time in his life when he was about to die that he wishes that he loves Mikasa. Tell her I love her. Like when his story's about to eat him, he'd be like, tell Mikasa I love her. That'd have been nice.
You think so? You're not okay. You think cliche is bad, but that's like totally fine.
I didn't say I didn't think cliche. I don't think cliche is bad. I didn't say I think all cliches are bad. I just said that these certain instances were cliche, like the guy saying, "Oh my God, we brought this on ourselves." That was cliche. Doesn't necessarily mean it's bad though. Some cliches are good. Some cliches are good.
Aaron going, "Tell Mikasa I love her" while he's about to die is not the most cringe cliche shit in the world.
That's literally what he's saying right here. But you're fine with that.
What do you mean that's cliche?
You said it was cliche.
I'm saying him saying tell Mikasa I love her when Astoria is gonna supposedly eat him.
Yeah, but he's literally saying the same thing right here. He's literally saying the same thing right here. He's literally saying, "I love Mikasa."
He says, "Yeah, I want to be with her."
Yeah, he's literally saying that right here. This is not cliche.
It's in the flow of a conversation that he's dying and he wants to be with Mikasa. I don't think it's cliche. I'm saying the way you said it is cliche, and it's.
Why didn't he tell Mikasa how he felt about her like long time ago?
He asked about her.
Why didn't he tell her? Why didn't he tell her how he felt? What was holding him back?
I don't know, man. I just don't know why. Like your whole argument was that he had to have cried about her before for it to be
consistent. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't agree at all.
Came out of nowhere. Yeah.
Like you think him having feelings for her came out of nowhere?
To this extent, yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Have you ever been in a relationship before?
Multiple.
Like long term?
Yep.
Really? And you think that came out of nowhere?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Okay.
Yep. They haven't. And Mikasa and Eren have not had one reciprocal romantic interaction in the entire story of Attack on Titan.
What?
Mikasa and Eren have not had one reciprocal.
You don't think Dina is? You said before it was romantic.
I said it was the most.
So is it romantic or no?
No.
So it's the most romantic, but it's not romantic.
Yes.
Okay. So I don't know how that makes sense, but
it does make sense. Like, what do you mean? It does make sense. It's the most romantic, but it's not romantic. Well, I guess the most romantic would be the necrophilia kiss, but that wasn't consent. That wasn't consent. I mean, that wasn't.
It wasn't consensual.
Right. It wasn't like both sides. So it wasn't both sides. So. But I don't think that was romantic either. So, like I said, it's the most. Like, if I had to put a gun in my head and say what's the most romantic moment, then I'd say it's the Dina scene. But they didn't have one reciprocal romantic moment in the entire story.
Why is that not reciprocal?
Because she was reaching out to kiss him. She was telling him out that she loved him, and he basically just said like, you my homie, and that was that.
Oh, you think he friend zoned her there?
Absolutely.
I think he took it and also didn't want to die. He reciprocated it while also trying not to die. And we also know,
no fucking
he's kind of literally said he wanted to
clue.
draw a kissing scene there, but he didn't have the
because he's a bad writer. Because he's a bad writer. Yeah, he's a bad writer. Yeah, we all know that. But I mean, he could say whatever.
You
he
think
wants.
so? Wait, you think the whole story is badly written, and he's a bad writer?
No, I don't think the whole story is badly written.
So how's he a bad writer?
I think he's a bad writer of romance. Yeah. Let me say that he's a bad writer of romance.
Good at writing romance, and I think we've all accepted that.
Okay, so that's what I meant. So yeah, he's a bad writer of romance. So that's why that didn't happen. But he can say whatever he wants retroactively. I mean, that was 10 years ago. How am I supposed to believe he was thinking the same thing?
10 years, was it?
Whatever, however long it was, 6, 7.
Yeah.
I'm sure his mindset wasn't in the same place. It would have been weird for them to kiss in that moment anyways. It doesn't make any sense. I don't think he ever thought that they should kiss there. The way the scene was set up is that they wouldn't kiss. It doesn't make no sense. What the fuck was they going to do? Kiss and then he killed Dina? That would have been weird. Like, how you going to kiss me right now when we about to die, bitch? Pretty stupid.
So what Aaron does is like the most consistent and logical.
Of course. And that's why I don't think... And that's
interaction.
Huh?
For a romantic interaction to happen in that moment, it makes the most sense for what he does. Because there's accepting that they're going to die,
a romantic
and then Aaron thinks, "Oh, I'm not going to die here."
Yeah, romantic interaction couldn't have happened in that moment. It wasn't capable of happening.
But it still did.
No, it didn't. Not to me.
Okay.
Not to me.
You recognize it as romantic, as the most romantic, but not romantic at the same time.
Yeah, because like I said, if you put a gun to my head, if you ask me what's the most romantic scene between Armin and Aaron, I'll give you one. But that doesn't mean that it's actually, I think it's romantic, but you said the most romantic.
So if there's no romantic scene, you can't say there's one that's the most, because there aren't any. This is what I'm trying to say.
Nah, there definitely can be. You can obviously pick one out. Romantic is a subjective, so I can pick one out.
Wow, there it is.
Well, it is subjective, but I don't think it was romantic. I said that, but I can see how someone would think that scene was romantic, but I don't see it as romantic. I didn't see it romantic at all. But if you want to say that one, fine. Any other scene? No.
I don't see how you could interpret that scene any other way other than romantic.
I just told you how friend zoned. I literally just told you. The scarf did not represent romance between.
How is that a friend zone?
I'm telling you, the scarf did not represent romance between Aaron and Mikasa.
It represented love.
Family love, yeah.
Oh my god.
That was the moment she was accepted into his family.
Oh my god.
Not the moment they were in a relationship.
Oh my god. He did not accept her into his family. Grisha did.
What? He's the one that said,
Aaron
"Let's go,
her?
come home." He's the one that said, "We're going home." I mean, Grisha did. If you want to say Grisha did, but he also did. He's the one. That's the moment that signified her being accepted into his family, as he saw her as his family at that moment. Who cares what Grisha thinks? I'm talking about what Aaron thinks.
I don't know. I don't see it as a family thing. I don't think you said it to your fucking sister.
What? Let's go home?
No, I'll wrap this scarf around you as much as you want, forever and ever. Who the fuck says anything forever and ever to their sister? First of all,
forever and ever. So you wouldn't protect your sister forever and ever?
I didn't say that. I said, when would you ever say those?
You wouldn't tell your sister that you'll protect her forever?
Not in that instance, like in that type of context, no.
What context? Well, she's trying to kiss you, obviously, no. But I'm just saying, like, if she wasn't trying to kiss you, you wouldn't tell her that?
Maybe if she's like your little sister and she's like 5 and you're a lot older, yeah, sure.
So you wouldn't tell your older sister you're gonna protect her forever?
15.
You wouldn't tell your sister you're gonna protect her forever?
I'm telling you the exact words he says. The exact words he says. Imagine saying that to your sister.
I'll protect you forever.
That's not what he says.
Well, obviously, forever.
So you say the exact words he says, and imagine saying that to your sister, and it doesn't make sense. Yes or no? Like, does it make sense? Would you ever say that to your sister?
Let me go read the words one more time.
Yeah, because it doesn't make sense to say that in any other context.
One second.
Oh man, it's fucking late. I gotta get off this soon.
All right, bro. Yeah, I was just about to say. I'll leave it at this. Hold on. Something like that. I'll wrap it as many times as I need to from now on, as well as many times as I need to. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, that's not really
As many. Wait, hold on. I don't remember it saying like that.
That's what it says in the manga.
What chapter is that?
50. I can see someone saying like that, something like that to their sister.
What I remember is I'll wrap that around you as many times as you want, forever and ever.
I mean, that's an
I'll wrap you up
probably.
in it again.
It's a scarf, bro, not a condom.
I'll wrap you up in it again and again, forever. Yeah, I don't know. I don't see that as a family thing.
It's a scarf, bro, not a condom.
Wait, did someone say that?
Yeah, someone said idiot.
Scarf, not a condom? Holy fuck, don't kill me.
Oh my god, bro.
That's so funny. I'm gonna wrap a scarf around your mom. Holy fuck. I'm gonna read these memes for like another hour. I'm gonna see what people said.
Yeah. Well, bro.
What do you think? Wait, hold on. What do you think the demographic is of this subreddit? Not subreddit. This fucking Discord.
I don't know. I think it's a little
16.
bit. We got a little bit of every. I think we got a little bit of everything
17.
in there. No, definitely not. We got a little bit of everything.
I feel like I'm probably the oldest in this Discord.
How old are you?
25.
I'm sure there's people older than that in here, bro.
How old are you?
I'm 28.
28.
Yeah.
Damn, you seem young.
I know people always say that. I'm 28. Yeah, it's definitely people older than that. But
Really?
yeah,
Wow.
It's all
crap. Maybe I am younger.
yeah, you gotta stop cracking the voices, man. It's all good, man. Well, I appreciate you stopping by.
Yeah,
That was a
bro.
great conversation, man.
I hope.
It was a very healthy conversation.
Yeah. I hope you. Well, I reconsider as well, but I hope you do as well.
I mean, you
think about it differently.
definitely opened my eyes to a few things. I still didn't end it as complete dog shit, but I see where you were coming from in certain instances. You held yourself a lot better than most end defenders for sure. I say that.
Yeah, it was good. It was a good combo. So it was healthy.
Very healthy, bro. I agree.
All right, bro.
Yeah. Well, you have a great rest of your night, man.
Take
Have a
care.
good
Yeah,
weekend.
you too. You
Thanks,
too.
bro.
Ciao.
That was fun. That was fun. Nothing was achieved. What do you mean? We had a great conversation. He has some good interpretations. I mean, it's only so much you can do. He changed a few of his opinions. I mean, he said the ending was went from it was good, well written to that it wasn't well written. So, I mean, what else? Yeah, I don't know, man. I just don't know how people could like this shit. I'm down. I saw Tryhard was in the chat, but like I said, like I'm down whenever. Yeah, me and Tryhard are gonna debate about AOE, but I don't know. Sorry, I didn't get a headache. I mean, it's just hard to stay like on topic with these type of things because it's like it's just so many things that are like bad, like, and they like all connect with each other, you know. Tensa don't want to talk on mic. They said he only want to talk on Twitter. He was at work. Oh, makes sense. Why am I not a AOE supporter? Because well, believe it or not, he was like one of the most competent I've ever had. Like, I think he was the most competent. Well, I wouldn't say competent, but like he had the best arguments, I'd say. But you know, it's only so much you can do. Invaders blocked me. I don't think he wanna do. Invaders and Cactus both blocked me, bro. They do not want to talk to me. But totally not Mark. As if totally not Mark would debate me. That man don't care about me. But what was I about to say? Yeah, I'm blocked. I'm blocked by quite a few Attack on Titan people. I'm gonna make a video on Mikasa. Yes, Mikasa and the Korean Rangers. Whenever the pie scene episode comes out, it's around the time. Basically, Yang, they quit Twitter, cancel me. I can't be canceled, bruh. Yeah, I wasn't uploading them, but I'll watch it. I'm probably gonna I'm probably uploading this weekend. I just been so busy, dude. One man army. It's my record now. I think 8-0. Yeah, I mean, I think he blocked me. Let me double check before I talk shit. No, he didn't block me. He didn't block me. I was wrong. It was just Cactus who blocked me. My bad. No, he didn't block me. But I talked to Invaders. He don't wanna do it. I don't know what the fuck Cactus Twitter is, but he definitely blocked me. I know he blocked me for a fact. But Invaders did. But he don't wanna what you call it? Me. He don't wanna do it. I mean, it is what it is, man. All right, let's watch this video because I did want to watch it and react to it, and then I'm gonna head out. All right, here we go. Let me get my shit right. All right. I'm not gonna show my DM. Alright.
One of my favorite things about highly intense and dramatic stories is seeing how the characters start to act when the die is cast and the situation has never been more dire.
Oh shit, I forgot to fucking record it. Hold on. What's up, guys? I'm reacting to this video called The False Mask of Eren Yeager by Alex ZanXR. So subscribe to him and like the video, and let's go ahead and watch it.
One of my favorite things about highly intense and dramatic stories is seeing how the characters start to act when the die is cast and the situation has never been more dire. The prospect of world-ending stakes show things about people as they begin to act in ways that reveal more about who they are than ever before, and that sort of intimacy in character writing is something I've always found enticing. And with regards to this, the final season of Attack on Titan has brought with it an immense amount of insane drama, emotional climaxes, monumental plot twists, and many of these character moments that I've talked about, and the common denominator between all of them, the eye of the storm as it were, is Eren Yeager. This new post-time skip, seemingly ruthless Eren Yeager who takes the ideals he's always held and carries them to their furthest cutthroat extremes. And something I love about this section of the story is that through working through some very subtle subtext, we can see that Eren is not immune to this either. His actions and behaviors tell us so much about who he is at this point and where his motivations and heart lies. And most importantly for this video, how he feels about himself, and how he tries to contrast that through the mask he shows to the world. In the middle of a walk through Eren's childhood memories, Zeke, partly to quell his own loneliness, tries to convince his brother that the two of them are kindred, indoctrinated spirits. But as the truth of the matter becomes clear and Zeke begins to learn that Eren simply did not have the same upbringing as him, Eren says something very indicative that echoes backwards and helps us key into very telling facets of his psychology. He tells Zeke, the man attempting to make it so that Eldians will never be born again, that he is nothing like him. And his reasoning is clear. He says that Zeke is so defined from the outside in, so much of a reaction to his environment that he has no true sense of self, no individuality in his ideals. And Eren says that that could not be further from his own mentality.
俺とあんたが同じだと思ってたようだが、間違っている。他人から自由を奪われるくらいなら、俺はそいつから自由を奪う。親父が俺をそうしたわけじゃない。俺は生まれた時からこうだった。生まれた時から。あんたが望んだ哀れな弟はどこにもいない。あんたの心の傷を分かち合う都合のいい弟も。
It's a totally vehement opposition. From Eren's perspective, Zeke is nurture, with his entire life's journey being the result of his experiences, whereas Eren is nature, having been defined by the monstrous yearning for freedom from birth. Eren is Eren. He always has been. However, the force with which he tried to get this point across and the minor blind spots he seems to have remind me of another vital sequence in the final season, the table scene with the two people that he loves most.
俺は自由だ。俺が何をしようと、何を選ぼうと、それは俺の自由意志が選択したものだ。俺がこの世で一番嫌いなものが。
I mean, he's not really saying anything that I can disagree with. Like, he's just telling a story.
家畜だ。
I am free. Everything I do is because of my freedom, and I hate everything that isn't free. I am nothing like the pathetic kindred spirit you think I am. We have nothing in common. In both cases, this is very forceful from Eren, front-loading these proclamations to try to prove something. But the thing is, we now know that he has seen future events through kissing Historia's hand and has been unable to stop at least some of what he wanted to stop. The prime example being Sasha's death, highlighted by his laugh in response and drawing reference to a very similar instance from long ago. The commonality here is clear. It's a characteristic response of Eren's to what he perceives as his own failures, powerlessness, and inability to enact change. It's a self-critical laugh of futility in both cases due to the fact that he couldn't alter the tragic events. And what this means is that during the table scene, he knows that he doesn't have total freedom at all. To at least some extent, he is a victim to the whims of fate that he's seen. And he knows this. So then, why does he say something that isn't true? Why does he flaunt his freedom? Because he's insecure about it. He isn't confident. He has seen that certain events are fixed and unchangeable, and so what he says here is done to convince those around him and most importantly, himself, that regardless, he is truly free. Because the alternative is too horrifying to bear. Because he needs to believe this. So with this in mind, when he says that he hates everyone who isn't free, is he really talking to Armin and particularly Mikasa? Not really. I think he's speaking to himself, going back to that immense self-hatred he feels and has felt for so long about his inability to have true agency. In what world would Eren just spontaneously begin to hate his beloved friends, the ones who he states a mere couple of years prior to this that he wants to live long and happy lives? No, here he is hating the one person he has always been the hardest on, and portraying a juxtaposing front to the world to try to convince himself of something he doesn't believe is the full truth. He needs to, or he's liable to come apart at the seams. Likewise, to link back, his words to Zeke here are a similar sort of mask. I do agree with him that he's had this core, pure, and at times frightening yearning for freedom and has had it from birth till now. But he has also experienced key moments that shaped him. Armin showing him the wonders of the outside world, his mom's death, Bertolt and Reiner's betrayal, what he saw when kissing Historia's hand, and much more. These are shown to be core, defining moments for his character, and these have shaped his actions and identity too. He is on some level also formed by his environment, so he has some common ground with Zeke there, as faint as it may be. Yet he utterly dismisses the possibility outright. There is absolutely nothing we have in common. I am nothing like you. I view this defiance and unwillingness to relate to Zeke to be due at least in part to the fact that Zeke's motives and ideals are so violently opposite to his, and as such, he doesn't want to acknowledge any common ground with someone like that. It's abhorrent to Eren. Nevertheless, due to all of this and quite a bit more, Eren is wearing a mask post-timeskip. A mask to show the world that backs his loved ones away from him, one that lies to others and particularly himself about his freedom and experiences in an attempt to convince.
苦しまなくていい
This dualism and inner conflict between how the exterior contrasts the interior is displayed in numerous ways throughout the presentation of the anime and manga, but one of the scenes that sticks with me the most is the pure, soft sadness and sensitivity on Eren's face right after manipulating Grisha to kill the Rice family. He is just so saddened and totally exhausted by the role he has to play and the pain he feels in playing that role, and you can feel that emanating off of him. What he's doing is heinous, and he knows it. But his task isn't finished yet, as he follows through with his endeavor and begins a cataclysm unlike anything we've ever seen. It is clear that Eren is wearing this false mask to carry out his goals, but to what end? Why does he have such conviction, and why is he doing this? What does he see that we cannot? And is it finally the true horizon that he has been seeking for what seems like forever?
No.
We simply don't know the answers at this point.
No, so this is an anime-only video. This ain't even like a manga video. Oh.
Nor do we...
Well, I mean, the story's still good right now as far as the anime is concerned, so... That was pointless. Well, I don't know why y'all wanted me to watch this. I thought this was like a manga video. It's just an anime video. I mean, he's basically just like analyzing the anime. So to us, it seems like, you know, we already know this stuff, but to anime only, it's just like new information. You know, it's just like, oh shit, you know. Yeah, I don't know why people wanted me to watch this so bad. It's a good video, yeah, but I mean, like, I'm not someone who's gonna get anything out of this. Like, we all already know this stuff. Yeah, premiere anime only for 139. Oh, you're saying like so they won't be mad at 139? Nah, I don't think this does that. I don't think this does that. I don't think this can do it, because I mean, you can infer all that stuff that he said without this video. I'm not watching that 2-hour video, god damn it. Not right now anyway. I will debate try hard, I guess, this weekend if he got time, but or next weekend, but I'm definitely not watching that video for 2 hours, my boy. Y'all want me to watch a 2-hour video about shit I already know? He's refused to make videos on Eren at the end. I don't blame him. I wouldn't want to make them videos either. That shit count trash. But yeah, bro, I appreciate y'all for stopping by. There's no new episode this week, but I might still stream on Sunday, but we'll see. But if not, you know, I'll catch up with y'all. Do I believe in AoE? No. AoE's dead. You know, when Spider-Man took off his Spider-Man suit in Spider-Man 2 and left it in the trash, that's what I did to AoE. I don't even know what that is. Light that... Night stall? I don't even know. Alright, y'all. See y'all later.